Laredo Lemurs Baseball is on the air, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade 40, Whataburger of Alice. And now here's Bill Harrington with all your Laredo Lemurs play-by-play action.
All right, Lemurs fans, thanks for joining us this morning. My name is Bill Harrington, coming to you live from the ballpark at Grand Prairie, and it is another education day this morning. Yep, we're going bright and early here in Grand Prairie, Texas today. This is the last game of the year for the Laredo Lemurs this way with the education days, the early morning games. And we're just about ready to get going. Devontre Richardson stepping up to the plate, and we'll be underway here in just a moment. So I'll get you the starting lineups, I'll get you the defensive lineups, your umpires, the weather, all that good stuff coming up. But it should be a good game. The Lemurs have lost 3 in a row, so they need to get themselves a victory, and it starts right now here as the starting pitcher, Jason Jarvis, will go into the windup. Here's the pitch, and it's over the plate for a strike on the inside corner, and we are underway from Grand Prairie, Texas. First pitch coming at 10:32. So we're a little bit early for this one as the next pitch is swung on and hit on a line into left field. That's going to be a base hit for Devontre Richardson. He sees 2 pitches, lines the second one into left field. He has been on fire as of late, just doing very incredible, and he has picked up a lot of hits in this series for the Laredo Lemurs. In fact, yesterday in the doubleheader game, he got 4 hits in the continuation game from Tuesday to Wednesday, and then picked up 2 hits in the second game yesterday. So he's on the bags over at first. No score, nobody out, just underway. Here's the pitch to the new batter, Kevin Taylor, and that one is a little bit high. So Taylor's going to play third base and bat second. Richardson's out in center. He's at first base, so I'll give you the starting lineup all together. Let's give it to you this way. Richardson in center, playing center. Batting first. It's early. We'll get it together. Toss over to first base and back in safely is Devontre Richardson. Kevin Taylor batting second, playing third base. Abel Nieves is at second base today, batting in the 3-hole. Matt Pageant playing first base and batting fourth. Another toss to first, and Richardson back in safely. Dennis Phipps playing right field and batting in the 5 spot. Batting sixth is Tony Delmonico, working as the DH. Byron Wiley will play left field. He'll bat 7th. Luke Bailey doing the catching. He'll bat 8th. And Tyler Forney, the shortstop, batting 9th. Jason Jarvis working out of the stretch. He'll throw, and that one misses high. So 2 balls and no strikes to Kevin Taylor. For the defense, they got Elder in left, Jennings in center, Hall in right. Burns playing third base, Estrada at short, Magruder at second, and Diaz at first base. Chavez behind the plate again for Grand Prairie. Here's the 2-0 delivery, and that one is on the inside corner for a strike, right at the knees. Good pitch there, and makes it a 2-1 count. So 77 degrees at game time today. Wind's going to be blowing around 12 miles an hour, and it's blowing in from right center field. Trying to see if there's any rain in the forecast for today. The 2-1, that one is low. It says here, they're looking at partly cloudy skies, and later on tonight they're going to have thunderstorms. So we should be okay for this ball game. We should get through the game without an issue, according to the Weather Channel. We should be all right. So Richardson at first base. Taylor all the way in the very back of the batter's box. The pitch. That one called a strike. That one hits the outside corner. So now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes to Kevin Taylor, the Laredo Lemurs third baseman today. The Lemurs go defensive heavy today. They put Abel Nieves at his natural position at second base, but Tyler Forney over at shortstop. Abel Nieves already has 3 errors on the season playing short. And the runner goes. The pitch is swung on, and that's fouled out of play. It's going to be a high fly ball down the left field line. It lands on the grass berm Lemurs put Kevin Taylor at third, Abel Nieves at second, and Tyler Forney at short. That's probably the best defensive lineup the Lemurs could put out there. Matt Pageant playing first base. And of course, you got Bailey behind the plate. So 3 balls and 2 strikes again. Richardson runs, and the pitch is swung on and a hot shot into right field. That's going to be a base hit. Richardson around second, heading into third base. So with the runner going, Richardson gets to third base pretty easily, and the Lemurs are hitting the ball here in the early going. Here comes Abel Nieves. So Nieves, in yesterday's second game of the doubleheader, well, kind of a doubleheader, he went 0 for 3. Second game after the continuation game. He ended up going 0 for 3. You don't see Abel Nieves too often go 0 for 3 or 0 for 4. Just a rarity for him. He's having a little conversation with the catcher as he steps into the batter's box, Zane Chavez. So Abel Nieves with runners at the corners and nobody out. He sees a breaking ball here, and that clips the outside corner for a strike. So after today, the Lemurs will head home. Got a 3-game series against St. Paul and a 3-game series against Lincoln, so a 6-game homestand. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that one's going to be dribbled up the third baseline, foul. Your umpires today, Sean Hicks behind the plate, Ian Kelly at first base, Matt Herrera at third. We've seen a lot of these guys. They're at the first homestand back in Laredo, and they've traveled up here to Grand Prairie. But they've done a nice job. Usually manager Pete Cavilla would be all over a crew by now if they were doing badly, and he hasn't really been out of the dugout all that much. The 0-2 pitch goes all the way back to the screen. Here comes Richardson in to score, and the Lemurs take an early 1-0 lead. So a wild pitch allows the runners to move up, and the Lemurs benefit from it. They get a run out of it. So Abel Nieves now sitting up there with a 1-ball, 2-strike count and a runner at second base. Laredo wearing their gray uniforms for the first time this season. Well, it's a little bit tough to tell on the screen that we have. But they are indeed wearing gray uniforms with black numbers and letters. They look pretty sharp, nice unis. And it says Laredo across the chest. The 1-2 pitch swung on and a line drive into right center over the glove of the second baseman McGruder. And that one's going to roll for a while, and Taylor's going to be held up as the center fielder is able to cut it off and get it back in quickly. So Taylor up to third base, and Abel Nieves, he gets a single. And here comes Matt Pageant to the plate. So the Lemurs looking to get some more runs here now with runners at the corners again, and the pitching coach is going to head up to the mound. Jeff Russell going to go out there and say hello to his starting pitcher, Jason Jarvis. So maybe he sees a few things that Jason Jarvis might be able to do a little bit better to get him a little bit sharper. Of course, if you're catching a lot of the strike zone, if you're getting that middle part of the strike zone, you're going to be in trouble. These guys are going to hit you. If you're hitting the corners, you're hitting the knees, you're up at the upper end of the strike zone, you're usually okay. Those corner pitches are very tough to hit for players because they can't decide if they're going to swing or not, unless they're just 100% in full swing mode. Here's Pageant. Pageant, a left-handed batter for Laredo. So Taylor at third base and Abel Nieves over at first. And the pitch, a breaking ball to start things off to Pageant. Pageant unleashed on it, but he only fouls it off. We'll see if he can get a hold of another one here. One nothing Laredo. Jason Jarvis. The runner goes from first. The throw down to second base is not going to be in time, and that puts runners at second and third now for the Lemurs. 1-0 Laredo already, and a stolen base here, so the Lemurs are going to be aggressive today. And that's definitely a good thing. Go out there and try to get this victory. So Jarvis He'll come set at the belt. Runners at second and third on the 1-1. Swung on, and that's fouled off. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Paget. Paget so far in the series against Grand Prairie. He's 2 for 7 with a double and a couple of strikeouts. Overall on the season in 2015, he's batting an even .300. He's 6 for 20 on the season. 1 double, 2 RBIs, and a couple of walks, 3 strikeouts on the year. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and hit in the air into right center field. Jennings, the center fielder, moving back. This should be far enough for Taylor to tag and move up. Abel Nieves is going to move up as well from second, and Taylor scores. Nieves in safely at third base, and the Lemurs get another run. It is now 2-0 Laredo. So Paget with a sac fly. He picks up an RBI, and that's the first out in the inning. And here comes Dennis Phipps to the plate. Phipps will take a practice cut before he steps into the batter's box. Sorry, I got to remember to put the score up for you. First pitch to Phipps. That one misses low and outside. So Phipps looking at a 1-0 count with a runner at third base. So the Lemurs definitely with a big chance to get 3 runs here in the first inning. And Phipps hits one high in the air into left field. Going back on the balls, left fielder Elder takes 1 hop, hits the wall. Nieves will come in to score easily, and Phipps is going to cruise in with a stand-up double. So the Lemurs do have 3 runs up on the board. And they're still in action with Phipps over there at second base. Here's Tony Delmonico. So Delmonico tightening up the batting gloves before he steps into the batter's box. And Delmonico looks at a pitch and it misses low. Lemurs up 3-0, 4 hits already. So an early morning game and the bats have come alive early. The 1-0. Swung and a line drive up the middle, a base hit. Phipps is going to be sent. He's around the bag. Here comes the throw from Jennings to the plate. It's cut off. And Phipps scores a run, so another run up on the board for Laredo. Well, you know you couldn't keep this team down for too long. You knew they're going to have a breakout day. They're a very good hitting club. There's too many big names on this team not to have a big day sooner or later. So the Lemurs up 4-0 now. And the next batter for Laredo is going to be Byron Wiley. So let's see what Wiley can do. He's been in a little bit of a funk in the early going of the season. Runner at first base and 1 down. And the pitch to Wiley. He looks at that one. It's a fastball in the outside corner. Wiley is 0 for 13 in his last 4 games since getting a base hit on opening day in the 5th inning. So he's not picked up a base hit in his last 13 at-bats, but he has walked 6 times over that span. His on-base percentage is .368, which is actually pretty good, the 0-1. That one hits the inside corner, so Jennings works outside first, clips that outside corner, then comes in and pegs the inside corner against Wiley. So Wiley in an early 0-2 hole. 1 out, runner at first base, and the pitch. That is high. 4-0 Laredo. Luke Bailey is on deck for the Lemurs. Sounds like a carnival here today. A lot of the kids showed up today for the education day here at the ballpark. The 1-2 delivery swung, and that one's fouled back into the screen. So 1 ball and 2 strikes again to Byron Wiley. Wiley out of Tomball, Texas. 6'1", 200 pounds. Played his college ball at Kansas State University. Second year with the Laredo Lemurs. He played 47 games last year with Laredo. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first base. Here's the kick and the throw home, and that one swung on, popped up right center field, and the center fielder Jennings calling for it. He says, "I got this one," and he does. He makes the catch, and Tony Delmonico will retreat back to first base. Luke Bailey will be the next batter for the Lemurs. So the Lemurs sending at least 8 batters to the plate here. Let's see what Luke Bailey can do. 4-0 Lemurs. Luke Bailey has 3 hits on the season. 2 of those hits are home runs. He's gotten into a couple of them really good. Here's the pitch. Swung and a line drive right to the third baseman. Burns leaps into the air and grabs it. Bailey looks back into the dugout, and man, you know he's disappointed because he scolded that baseball. So that's it for the Lemurs. They come up with 4 runs on the end, and they grab 4 runs on 5 hits. There were no errors and 1 left. We're going to the bottom of the first inning. Grand Prairie coming up to the plate. 4-0 Laredo. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs baseball.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at LaredoLemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark. Hey, Lemurs fans, every Thursday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is a Thirsty Thursday. Come on out and enjoy cold Miller Lite draft beers for only $1. That's right, beer for $1. You can get tickets online at LaredoLemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, where you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
All right, let's go and get you the AirHogs lineup. They're going to lead off with Chris Elder playing left field. Robbie Estrada's batting second, playing shortstop. Zane Chavez doing the catching, batting third. Victor Diaz playing first base, batting in the fourth spot. Frazier Hall playing right field, he'll bat fifth. Brian Gasparo doing the DH tonight, he'll bat in the sixth spot. Matt Burns playing third base, he's batting seventh. Jamadric McGruder playing second base and batting eighth. And Hayden Jennings batting ninth, playing center field. For the defense, the Laredo Lemurs have Wiley in left, Richardson in center, Phipps over there in right field. Taylor playing third base, Forney at short, Nieves playing second, and Pageant at first. Bailey behind the plate. And we're just about ready to go. Bottom of the first inning, Lemurs come out swinging. 4 runs on 5 hits in the first inning. Stolen base mixed in there, a wild pitch mixed in there. Lemurs have lost 3 games in a row. Looking to break that little spell. They're 2-4 on the season. And when I looked at the standings last night, they sat in last place. Don't see that too often with this club. Yep, Laredo Lemurs 2.5 games back behind the Wichita Wingnuts. Here's the pitch, and that misses low to Chris Elder. Chris Elder in yesterday's ball game went 1 for 2. He had a run scored a very important run. In fact, it was the winning run of the ball game yesterday. Here comes the 1-0 delivery. That one misses outside. So Matt Lucen on the hill for the Laredo Lemurs, getting his second start of the season. Lucen in his first start went 1 2/3 of an inning. Here comes the 2-0 delivery. That one is on the inside corner for a strike. If you remember back, that was the game where there was rain threatening in Laredo. And the rain ended up coming, so manager Pete Cavilla was playing the game as if it was going to be a 5-inning game. The 2-1 pitch swung on a ground ball over to the right side. The second baseman, Nieves, has a sidearm sling over to first, and that's going to take care of Chris Elder. Yeah, so Pete Incaviglia was playing the game as if it was going to go 5. The Lemurs jumped out to an early lead in the ball game, and Matt Lewson got into trouble. He ended up loading the bases in the second inning. And manager Pete Incaviglia said, well, we need to make sure we do not give up any more runs in this one. So he came on, took Lewson out, went to the relief corps, and it ended up working out for the Lemurs because the rain did come in the 5th inning. Here's the pitch to Robbie Estrada, the new batter. 1 out in the inning, Lemurs up 4-0. So it was really good management there by manager Pete Incaviglia, realizing the situation, getting rain updates from as many people as he possibly could, and thinking, hey, this thing's going to hit in the 5th inning. We need to jump out to a lead and win this ball game early. The 0-1 pitch swung on a hard ground ball. A diving Matt Pageant, the first baseman, he underhand tosses to Lewson, and they get the out at first base. So a nice play there by Pageant to go down to the ground and smother the baseball.
Batting third, the catcher, number 6, Zane Chavez.
There's Zane Chavez. Chavez in yesterday's game went 2 for 3. He grabbed 2 singles. He also had the game-winning RBI. He's the one that drove in Chris Elder. Elder was at second base and hitting against Ryan Beckman. Beckman came in to relieve John Brebbia, so Brebbia allowed the runners to get on. And then Beckman came in, gave up a little looping base hit in the center field. And that allowed Chris Elder to come in to score to win the ball game for Grand Prairie. 4-0 Laredo. And here's the pitch. That one misses high. So Matt Lewson looking basically to have a bounce back day. He didn't have a bad pitching outing because he really wasn't given the leash to go ahead and pitch long enough. The 1-0 swung on a miss. I mean, he could have worked out of that situation where manager Pete Incaviglia took him out, but knowing that the game might be shortened by the rain, Pete had to play the odds and go, hey, we need to try to win this ball game right now, and he did a nice job doing that. And Matt Lewson totally understood the 1-1 pitch. And that one swung and fouled back into the screen. So 1 ball and 2 strikes, 4-0 Lemurs. So Lewson gets a new baseball and rubs it up. 1 ball and 2 strikes. When the rain did come in Laredo that day, it poured. It was cats and dogs coming down. The 1-2 is fouled away. And we actually had big pools of water out in the outfield. The tarp was completely puddled up. And somehow, some way, we were able to play the next day. Got the field all back in order and played the game at 6 o'clock at night. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on a fly ball out to left field. Coming in quickly is Byron Wiley. He'll get underneath it to make the catch, and a nice outing here by Matt Lewson in the first. He retires the side in order. We're going to the top of the second inning. Lemurs up 4-0. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Chavarria's Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarria's is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarria's is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas, as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today. Hey fans, every Monday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is Margarita Monday. Come on out to the ballpark and cool off with an ice-cold margarita for only $2. But please do not drink them too fast. You might get a brain freeze. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS. Check us out at LaredoLemurs.com.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more families achieve the American dream of home ownership than Armadillo. In fact, Armadillo Homes has built more homes than all other builders combined. And there are reasons for this: integrity, responsibility, service, and of course, quality. So if you're thinking about making the greatest investment in your life, think of the one builder who's dedicated its entire life to helping the Laredo family. Think Armadillo Homes. ArmadilloHomes.com. Go Lemurs.
Leading off for the Lemurs, second baseman number 3, Tyler Forney.
All right, Tyler Forney going to start things off for the Lemurs as we head into the top of the second inning. 4-0 Laredo. 4 runs coming in to score for the Lemurs to get this ball game going. And they definitely need that little jump start. Here's the pitch from Jarvis, and that one is low for a ball. So Forney has played in 4 games so far with the Lemurs. Has only had 7 at-bats. He's 1 for 7, so batting 143. And the pitch, Swanee, it's a ground ball over to the right side of Estrada. The shortstop goes down to a knee, grabs it, comes up quickly and throws. And they get the out. So 6-3 put out and 1 down. And we head up to the top of the order for the hot-hitting Devontre Richardson. Well, it's been fun watching this guy play so far. One heck of an athlete, center fielder for the Laredo Lemurs. And just watching him go out there and play ball has been really fun. 10 for 25 so far this season, batting an even .400, and he got a base hit earlier today, so make it 11 for 26 on the year. Here's the first pitch, and it's a curveball that just stays a little bit high when it went through the strike zone. Devontre just in this series now has 7 hits and 10 at-bats, the 1-0. That one is low, so he's really been the hot Lemur in this series. He scored 2 runs, has a double, and also a stolen base. The 2-0 delivery, low and away. 3 balls and no strikes. Well, Jarvis being careful with him. Falls behind 3-0. Don't want to give him anything good to hit because he's seen the ball so well at this point. Here's the delivery, the 3-0. That one's right down the middle. So Devontre waits on that one, sees it go by, and now he's seen 4 pitches in this at bat, so he's ready to go on the 3-1. Here's the kick and the throw home, and that's a breaking ball that stays up high. Richardson swings and fouls it back into the screen. So 3-2 count. Here it comes. Swung on, there's a line drive into right, but that's a foul ball. So Richardson squared that one up, but just fouled it away down the right field line. So got a hold of it a little bit late. It was on the outside part of the plate, so that's definitely the way he wanted to take the ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes again. Jarvis out of the full windup, and now Devontre Richardson calls timeout. Jason Jarvis, today's starting pitcher, 6'2", 225 pounds, out of Arizona State University. The 3-2 pitch, swung on and popped up. That'll get well out of play. Off to the right, back going up over the ballpark. Jarvis last year for Grand Prairie went 6-5, 6 wins, 5 losses, pitched in 15 games and made 14 starts for him. Threw in 92 innings and struck out 40 batters, walked 27, and gave up 124 hits in 92 innings. Surprising he won any games. Here's the 3-2. Swung in a high fly ball into left field. Elder moving back. He'll leap, and the ball is down on the ground. It takes 1 hop off of the fence, and Richardson's going to go in for a double. Another base hit for Devontre Richardson. Former Brewers product. Made it up to Double-A Huntsville last season. Went to spring training with the Brewers this year right before the season started. He was released from the Milwaukee Brewers. Was scheduled to go to work with the Biloxi Shuckers, a brand new baseball team. The Huntsville team in the Double-A Southern League moved to Biloxi during the offseason, and Biloxi built a brand new ballpark, and I don't know if it's open yet. I know they were having some issues getting the ballpark going, and they said sometime maybe in late May, early June, they'll actually start playing games in that new ballpark in Biloxi, Mississippi. It's supposed to be near a bunch of casinos. Here's the pitch, and that one is high. 4-0 Lemurs. As we sit in the top of the second inning, and Devontre Richardson just doubled with 1 out. So Taylor's going to try to bring him home. Taylor with the single in his first at bat today. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung, there's a ground ball off the tip of the glove of the pitcher. The second baseman Magruder goes into a need slide. He actually kicks it into left field. Richardson's going to score. Taylor's going for second base, and he's going to be in there safely. Well, that's a single for sure. And an RBI. We'll have to wait officially to see if the official scorekeeper gives him a double or not. I would say it's probably a single and an error. But I do not see an error up on the scoreboard as of yet. And there is another hit up there.
Shortstop, Abel Nieves.
So here's Abel Nieves coming up to the plate. So the Lemurs seeing the ball well here in the early morning. It's not easy for these guys to roll out of bed. They're so used to having a nightlife. You know, they play at night, and then they probably stay up pretty late because they got to unwind. Runner at second base and one down. A breaking ball. That one hits the outside corner for a strike. A little curve there thrown up by Jason Jarvis. So no error up on the board. So we're just going to go ahead and now we got to see if it's a double or a single. I guess it's got to be a double if there's no error up there, right? Next pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Yep, they're going to give it a double. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch misses away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 5-0 Lemurs. I got to change the scoreboard here. And the delivery home on the 1-2. That one spiked in the dirt. It was a breaking ball and just fell well short of home plate, and that allows Kevin Taylor to head up to third base on the wild pitch. It's going to be the second wild pitch thrown in the ball game by the starting pitcher, Jason Jarvis. 5 runs on 7 hits. Matt Pageant on deck. Jason Jarvis bending over, tying his shoe right now. Got to make sure those cleats are on tight. So runner at third and 1 out for the Lemurs. So the right-handed pitcher back up on the rubber. And they're going to the full windup with the runner at third. The infield playing in, and this one's grounded up to the third baseman, Burns. He'll grab it quickly and throw over to first base, and they'll get the out. There's the second out in the inning. Taylor has to stay at third base on the play. Here comes Matt Pageant. Pageant, the big lefty for Laredo. 37 years old. One of the older guys in the league, but still can play baseball. Can you imagine? 37, still playing ball. Pretty incredible. You really got to be in good shape to be able to do that. I mean, guys do play into their early 40s often. And here's the pitch to Matt Pageant. And is low and inside. Definitely not an easy task. Most guys are retired by 32, 33 years old. It's just kind of like a freak of nature thing for Matt Pageant. And anybody that gets that old and keeps playing at this level anyway. Next pitch is outside. I've seen guys in their 50s out playing recreational baseball. That does happen. I got a good friend my age and 43 years old, and he's still playing with 18-year-olds. Here's the 2-0 delivery. That one is high for a ball. Just some of those guys that have the talent to do it, have the legs to keep going, have the arms to keep throwing. You got to keep playing until they tear the uniform off your back. The 2-0, that hits the inside corner for a strike, a fastball. 2 balls and 1 strike. John Alonso told me that last year. First baseman for the Lemurs last season. Says, I'm going to keep playing until they take this uniform off my back. The 2-1 pitch. That one is low for a ball, ball 4. And really, you can't blame guys for that. You know, might as well keep going because you don't want to leave anything on the table. If you leave it on the table, then you have regrets. If you have regrets, then that's not fun. Here comes Dennis Phipps to the plate. So now the catcher, Zane Chavez, is going to step out in front of home plate and go through a set of signs for his defense. 5-0 Laredo. And Phipps with a double and an RBI in his first at bat. And the first pitch he sees is low and outside. One ball and no strikes. Pageant at first base. Taylor over there as this one's lined into left field. The base hit. Taylor's going to come home from third. Pageant's going to move up to second base, and the Lemurs merry-go-round keeps going. A single for Dennis Phipps. Here comes Tony Delmonico. Guys at this point can't wait to get up to the plate. They know they can get to Jason Jarvis, and they want an opportunity. Delmonico with a base hit in his last at bat. He singled and drove in Dennis Phipps from second base. So now runners at first and second and 2 down. Jarvis out of the stretch. He'll kick and throw, and that one is high for a ball. 6-0 Lemurs. Jarvis kicks and throws, and that one is low and outside. So 2-0 now to Tony Delmonico. On deck for Laredo is Byron Wiley. Wiley flew out to center field in his first at bat of the day. Working underneath some puffy clouds today. Got some sunshine peeking through here and there, but for the most part there's clouds above. And the 2-0 delivery. That one hits the outside corner for a strike. Pageant takes his lead from second. Phipps is off of first. And the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball swung on a ground ball over to Matt Burns at third. He'll grab it and go and touch the bag at third base. There's a force there. And that's going to do it for the Lemurs. But they come up with some more runs in the ball game. They scored 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors and 1 left. We're going to the bottom of the second inning. Lemurs up in this one, 6-0. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Since Extending Technologies opened for business in 1998, they have worked to establish solid relationships with their clients. They are set to maintain the highest standards of service and integrity and to perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Extending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
Todos sabemos que podemos lograr más cuando estamos listos. Por eso, decidí matricularme en Texas A&M International University. Quiero un título universitario y las oportunidades que me brindará. Tammy U me ha recibido a mí y a 7,000 estudiantes de todo el mundo. Tammy U me impulsa a ser grande, enciende mi mente y hace mi corazón latir. Imagina las posibilidades cuando eres impulsado por Tammy U.
Inscríbete ahora para verano y otoño. Visita tammyu.edu y sé impulsado.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lights, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Calle del Norte, Suite number 11, invites you to experience a new standard in medical transportation, servicing Laredo and all surrounding areas. Capital Care EMS provides transports to wound care treatments, HBO treatments, dialysis treatments, doctor's appointments, radiation treatments, chemotherapy treatments, and many more. From emergency medical transports to x-rays and lab work, our state-certified EMTs and paramedics are readily available 24 hours a day when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts most major medical insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is locally owned and operated. Call now for your free consultation. 956-712-8911. That's 956-712-8911. Capital Care EMS, creating a new standard in medical transportation. Capital Care EMS, the official ambulance of your Laredo Lemurs.
All right, here we go. 6-0 Laredo as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Victor Diaz into the batter's box, and Matt Lewson will wind and throw. And the first pitch is a fastball right at the belt on the outside corner. Nice pitch there to get things going. Victor Diaz so far this year. Has played in 6 games. He's 5 for 17 as he makes his first appearance today. That one misses high. So he's got a .294 batting average. He's picked up 2 runs, has a couple of doubles and a homer. He's also got an RBI to his credit. Here comes the 1-1 delivery. Curveball swung and a fly ball into left field. Moving back on the ball, Wiley. He reaches out for it, but it hits the ground, bounces off the wall. And Diaz is going to go into second base with a double. I want to bring up one of yesterday's heroes for the AirHogs, Frazier Hall. So that's the first hit of the game for Grand Prairie. 6-0 Laredo.
Right fielder number 30, Frazier Hall.
Frazier Hall will be the batter. Frazier Hall hit the game-tying home run yesterday in the bottom of the 7th inning for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. Remember, we only played 7 innings yesterday because the first game was the carryover from the day before that on Tuesday. So Frazier Hall came up to the plate as a pinch hitter for Hayden Jennings. They had a home run to tie up the game at 1 apiece. Here's the pitch. That one misses high. And later on in the inning, Chris Elder reached on a high pop-up to shortstop. Abel Nieves looked up into the sun and couldn't find it. The ball landed about 4 feet to his left. And the next batter, Robbie Estrada, walked. Then a new pitcher came on for the Lemurs. Here's the 1-0. That one is low and inside. Takes Frazier Hall off of his feet. So then new pitcher Ryan Beckman came in and gave up a looping liner to Zane Chavez. And that brought in the winning run, Chris Elder. And that was it, a walk-off win for the Grand Prairie AirHogs yesterday. 6-0 Laredo. Runner at second base and nobody out for Grand Prairie. Lewson deals. That one swung and a line drive into center field. Richardson coming on. It's going to take a hop and he'll grab it. Get it back in quickly. Diaz is only going to go to third base on the play. The ball got out way too quickly to center field for him to try to score. So Frazier Hall with a solid base hit. Here comes Ryan Gaspora. So Matt Lewson going to re-tote the rubber with runners at first and third.
Now batting the designated hitter number 7, Ryan Gaspora.
6-0 Lemurs. 6 runs on 8 hits for Laredo. No runs on 2 hits so far for Grand Prairie. We're in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Started this one at 10:35 a.m. Actually, it was 10:32, but it was scheduled for 10:35. Wind blowing across the field from right center to left center, and the first pitch is high, and a snap throw down to third base, and diving back in is Victor Diaz. Taylor there to put the tag on, and it was a close play, but Diaz did get back. Lewson holds the baseball behind his back, cradles his mitt against his chest, looks in and gets the sign. Here comes Seth at the belly button. As he looks over his shoulder, he'll deliver. That one is in there for a strike. Right at the knees on the outer third of the plate. One ball and 1 strike to Ryan Gaspora. Here's the set and the pitch. Swung on and fouled back into the screen. So we'll do it again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gaspora on the season only playing in his 4th game, but he's done all right. He's 3 for 10. He's got a .300 batting average. Last year played in 15 games for Grand Prairie. He batted .200. Runners at the corners and nobody out. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one is inside. It was a breaking ball there from Matt Lewson. Lewson will bring a fastball, a slider, a curve, and a changeup. I believe that was the curveball right there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. .6 Lemurs. And the 2-2 delivery swung and popped high out of play. That'll get straight back. Might hit the roof here. Nope, didn't hear anything. You know when the ball hits the roof here at this ballpark or hits against the sidewalls, everything's made of aluminum, or at least there's aluminum siding all the way around. So anytime the ball thunks up against something, it makes a tin sound. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Diaz at third base, Frazier Hall at first. And Lewson out of the stretch. He'll kick and throw home. And a breaking ball swung and lined down the right field line, but foul. So that'll keep the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gaspora from Palmdale, California. And prior to the 2014 season with Grand Prairie, he played 30 total games for 2 different teams in the 2013 United League of Baseball. Played for the Alexandria Aces and the Edinburgh Roadrunners. The 2-2 pitch. That is low for a ball. I don't think they're playing any ball this year in the United League or the North American Baseball League. Those leagues are kind of combined. They were for a while. I haven't heard anything out of those leagues this year. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I know there's a Pacific Association. The runner from first goes, and the pitch is low and inside, and it's going to be ball 4. So even though the runner was going, that's ball 4, so no stolen base. Well, that's going to load the bases, and here comes the pitching coach, Mike Meyer. Well, Matt Lewson went through the first inning pretty quickly. He retired the side in order. And comes out here and has not got a batter out yet. A double to Diaz. Frazier Hall singled. And then Ryan Gaspora just walked. So the bases are loaded now. Diaz did not score on the Diaz double. He just hit too hard into center field. So Mike Meyer, the pitching coach for the Lemurs, trying to get his guy back on track. We'll give him a few words of encouragement and head back into the dugout. 6-0 Laredo.
Third baseman, number 9, Matt Burns.
Here comes Matt Burns to the plate. Matt Burns in 5 games this year, batting .167. He's 2 for 12, making his first appearance at the plate today. Last year played 53 games with Grand Prairie, so 53 games, 23 hits in that time, and 134 at bat, so he didn't fare too well. Bases loaded here, and the pitch is very high. So yeah, Matt Burns batted only .172 last season with 23 hits and 134 at bats. I think he's more out there for his glove than he is for his offense. He's got a pretty nice mitt. Here's the 1-0. Misses outside, but still, you gotta at least be up in around the 200 plus mark if you're gonna be a hitter in this league. He went to Northwestern State, Louisiana. Appeared all over the field last year for Grand Prairie, including right field, short, third base, second base, first base. The 2-0 pitch misses high. Most of his appearances, though, were at third base. He played 32 games there, and that's where he sits today, playing third base. Bases loaded for Grand Prairie, nobody out. 6-0 Lemurs, the pitch. High for a ball, that's going to be ball 4, so Lewson totally off track now. Has walked the last 2 batters, and everyone's going to move up, and the run's going to come in to score on a walk. That's the last thing you want to do is give up a free pass, and I can see the bullpen for the Lemurs starting to move around. Looks like Sam Martin's going to hit the hill out there in the bullpen, and the Lemurs are going to go ahead and waste some time here. Luke Bailey and Matt Padgett are going to go in and talk to Matt Lewson. Well, it'd be really a shame to see Matt Lewson only get through an inning plus here in his 2nd straight game. And especially with a 6-0 lead, this is the kind of game that pitchers not only want to stay in, but need to stay in. They need to stay in there to get that victory for themselves. So he's going to have to bear down here and throw some pitches over the plate. And now the home plate umpire, Sean Hicks, is going to go break things up. Surprised he waited that long. That was a long meeting on the mound. And Jamadric McGruder is going to be the batter. McGruder coming up for the first time today. 6-1 now in favor of Laredo. So McGruder, a left-handed batter. And the bases are still loaded. Frazier Hall at third, Gaspora at second, Burns at first base. 6-1 Lemurs. And the pitch. A fastball to start it off on the inside corner. Good pitch there. No balls and 1 strike to Jamadric McGruder.
Go, Hogs, go.
Jamadric, through his first 5 games, only hitting .133. A lot of low batting averages here on this AirHogs club. The 0-1 swung on and popped up left side. That one is very high in the air over by the bullpen, and it's actually going to fall on the grass berm down the left field line, so it's a foul ball. Byron Wiley took a long look at it. 6-1 Lemurs. But the AirHogs definitely threatening to put up a big inning here. Lewson holds the ball behind his back. He's getting the sign from Bailey right now. And a couple of head nods there from Matt Lewson. Now he shakes his head yes, he likes that call. And the pitch on the 0-2, low and inside. A pretty good pitch there by Lewson. Doesn't want to give anything too meaty on an 0-2 pitch. So he decided, I'm going to keep the ball low and inside here and see if Magruder will go after it. Well, Magruder was able to lay off. Magruder stands very close to the plate, by the way. And he's just a little guy, 5'7", 160 pounds. And the 1-2 pitch swung on and popped up left field. Wiley drifting over towards the line. Tagging at third base is Frazier Hall. Wiley has the ball, and Hall acts like he's coming, and then Wiley throws the ball in, and Frazier Hall goes back to third base. The throw was a little bit offline, so Frazier Hall might have had an opportunity to come in to try to score. But the Lemurs will take what they got there, and there's an out to left field, and nobody tries to come in. So one down, and Hayden Jennings the batter. 6-1 Laredo. So 6-1 Lemurs. The bottom of the order here now. Hayden Jennings getting ready to step into the batter's box. Hayden Jennings, the center fielder, has played in 6 games and batting .045. 1 hit and 22 at bats. Base is still loaded and 1 out. The pitch. That one is low and inside. With all these low batting averages for the AirHogs, it makes me wonder how they even beat the Lemurs in those 2 games. They were tight games, both of them. They were both 1-run games and both low scoring, a 3-2 game and a 2-1 game. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one misses outside. Lemurs in the second game yesterday. They only picked up 4 hits themselves. Grand Prairie got 6 hits in the ball game, but their hits were just a little bit bigger than the Lemurs' hits. 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch. Swan and a fly ball out to center field. This should allow Frazier Hall to score. Richardson has it. Hall's coming in. Here comes the throw, and it's going to go to third base, so Hall will score the run. So another run up on the board, and Richardson decided to throw to third base and keep the runner at second. So a sac fly for Jennings. And he gets another run in. So 6-2 Laredo. And now manager Pete Cavilla coming out of the dugout. And I have no idea what this might be about. Maybe he wants to see if the runner left a little bit early at third base. That's the only thing I could possibly think of. Nope, quick meeting there, and Pete's back into the dugout. So here's Chris Elder coming to the plate. We'll give you a run up there for Grand Prairie. There you go. So we go up to the top of the order for Chris Elder. Runner still at first and second and 2 down. And here's the pitch. Swung on and a fly ball hitting the right center field. Long way to go for both Richardson and Phipps. Richardson, though, will glide underneath it and make the catch, and that's going to do it for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. But they come up with 2 runs in the inning. 2 runs on 2 hits. There was a couple of walks thrown up by Lewson and 2 runners left on. We'll head to the top of the 3rd inning. Lemurs up in the ball game, 6-2. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
Sweating through another barn burner at your team's bar?
Sure am.
Wish you had some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in meeting new people, epic fist bumps, epic forearm bumps, epic or chest bumps, touchdown dancing, breakdancing, line dancing, dancing like nobody's watching, awesome refreshment for the win, and one-of-a-kind Rocky Mountain Cold refreshment. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost-brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light? Which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries. Which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words. Which led to the invention of spell check. Which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever.
All right, so Byron Wiley take his cuts for the Laredo Lemurs. 6-2 Lemurs. And away we go into the top of the third. The pitch swung and grounded up the first baseline. Foul. So Grand Prairie puts up 2 there in the bottom of the second inning. We'll see if Matt Lewson goes any further in this one. Well, hopefully they give him another shot out there on the hill. Got to give the guy a chance to get the victory here. The bullpen has been shut down for the Lemurs as of right now. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, popped up, and that one's going to get out of play, I believe. Frazier Hall going to go and take a longer look at it, but it is indeed out of play. The camera angle you see, that's our angle here at the ballpark. That's where we sit. So we're sitting basically in the left-handed batter's box here in Grand Prairie. So anything down the right field line is a little bit tough to see from our angle. We'll do our best. No balls and 2 strikes to Byron Wiley. Man, Wiley had the same situation in his last at bat. When things are going bad, they're going bad. And Wiley with an 0-2 count. He swings and fouls this one off. Wiley in need of a base hit. Wiley is now 0 for his last 14. No balls and 2 strikes. Taps the plate a couple of times. Open stance for Byron. There's number 27 on his back. The 0-2 delivery, and that one misses outside as a breaking ball there from Jason Jennings. You hear the horns today. A lot of the kids buying the horns. This place is just packed with elementary school kids. Those horns are something they really like. I remember I liked those when I was a kid. Those things were fun. Make a lot of noise. Here's the 1-2. That one is inside and low. Most of the schools, when they bring the kids here, they have them all wear a school shirt or a classroom color of some sort. So you look down there, and all the kids are sitting together from the same elementary school in the same section. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and that one's low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So as you look around the ballpark, you have sections of bright neon yellow, red, green, blue, orange, and it looks pretty neat. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Wiley. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that one's popped into the plate, and it comes back up and hits Wiley on the leg. So a foul ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Byron. Well, once again to Byron. It was 3 balls and 2 strikes on the last pitch. Lemurs got 4 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second inning. So offensive explosion here in the early going for Laredo. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. High, ball 4, so walk for Wiley. He's done well in that category so far this year. And that's going to be his 7th walk on the season. I mentioned to you earlier in his first at bat, he's got a good on-base percentage. So he's getting on base. Here comes Luke Bailey. And Bailey hit a towering home run into left field yesterday, his second home run of the season. So Bailey off to a good power start. 2 home runs in the early going. Luke Bailey, though, with 3 hits so far on the year, and like I said, 2 of those are home runs. His other hit is a single, and all of those hits coming just in the last 3 games. He had 2 against Amarillo on Sunday and then picked up that 1 home run yesterday. Both of his home runs have been good shots, the 1-0. That one's high and tight. Look out, Luke. So 2-0 now to Bailey. Lemurs up by 4 runs. Wiley at first base. He's got a pretty good lead over there. The pitch. Swan. That one's hit high and deep to left, but it's going to be pulled foul. Bailey got out in front of it. Showed some pop there. That looked like it might even been off the end of the bat, but he still got a good piece of it. Bailey was drafted by the Tampa Bay Rays in the 4th round back in 2009. So he is a pretty high draft pick. He's touted as a very good defensive catcher. Wiley goes. The pitch is on the corner, and that one is thrown down to second base. Is not in time, so Wiley steals a bag. So the pitch hits the outside corner of the plate, makes the count 2 balls and 2 strikes, and Wiley slides in safely at second. Yeah, Bailey was drafted out of high school, Troup County High School. The 2-2 delivery. That one's low and outside. He had Tommy John surgery, though, right before the draft, so actually he dropped a little bit. He was scheduled to be drafted a little bit higher than he was. He ended up having Tommy John surgery in May of 2009, the year he graduated from high school. And that's when the Rays selected him in the 4th round. Here comes the 3-2. Swung on a ground ball over to the third baseman. Matt Burns grabs it on 2 hops, throws over to first base as he squares up. And it'll be in time to get Luke Bailey out. So 5-3 put out and 1 down, and a runner at second base for the Lemurs. Here comes Tyler Forney, 6'2" Lemurs. Well, I haven't seen a lot of Tyler Forney yet, but what I have seen I like. He's got a nice glove out there on the field. Him and Kevin Taylor kind of remind me of each other. They both play on the same team, so just good glove guys. And the pitch. That one is on the outside corner for a strike, and of course Taylor has done well with the bat so far for the Lemurs. He even got 2 hits today. Both of them seem to be nice additions to the team. No balls and 1 strike. Runner at second. And the pitch. A breaking ball spiked into the dirt. So that was a curve there by the starting pitcher, Jason Jarvis. So we see another pitch here to Tyler Forney. Grounded out to the shortstop in his first at bat. And the kick and the throw home in the 0-1, and that one's high. So Jarvis missing high a few times here. It should be 2 balls and 1 strike, the home plate umpire says. It says 1 ball and 1 strike up on the big board. So we have it 2-1. Wiley's trying to steal third. The pitch is swung on and missed. The throw down the third is not in time, and Wiley has stolen 2 bags. And Wiley got on with the walk, stole second, and now steals third. Finds himself in scoring position, and with 1 out, that's huge. Going to be a sac fly, and the Lemurs can get a run. Lemurs are up 6-2 right now, trying to add to it. So Wiley realizing, hey, you know, I'm not producing that well at the plate, but I got on base here with a walk, and now the infield's going to come in. The 1-2 pitch swung and hit in the air into right center field. This should be deep enough to score Wiley. Getting underneath it is Jennings. Wiley's coming home. Here comes the throw, and it's going to be up the first baseline just a touch, and Wiley scores a run. It's nicely done there by Byron Riley. Really created that run all by himself. And Forney with the sacrifice fly to bring him home. So Wiley walks, steals second, steals third, and on a fly out, he comes home to score. That is called a self-created run. Kind of reminds me of Ricky Henderson a little bit. Here comes Devontae Richardson, the hottest guy probably in the league. He takes a swing and a miss at the first pitch. By the way, if you're looking for updates from around the American Association, here's the 0-1 pitch, and that one swung on and hit on a loop out to left center field. On the run, though, is the left fielder, Elder. He'll get there and make the catch. And I'll hold that thought until the next half inning. So 3 down, but the Lemurs come up with another run. 1 run on no hits. There are no errors and nobody left. Going to the bottom of the third. Lemurs up 7-2. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
3, 2, 1. Number 1. That's Laredo's #1 Chevy dealer. Family Chevrolet turns the best day ever into the best month ever. 15% off. Not good enough, but 25% off. Now that makes it the best month ever. With over 600 vehicles available, makes it the best pricing ever. 2015 Equinox, 2015 Traverse. Not 15, but 25% off. And the best financing rates for the best month ever. 1.9 interest. Family Chevrolet of Laredo.com. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet. Family Chevrolet is the #1 volume Chevy dealer for a reason. Every customer rides during our spring cleaning closeout sale with massive price cuts on 600 Chevys. New 2015 Chevy Cruze. How about 25% off MSRP? Wow, that's huge. Or only $199 a month. New 2015 Malibu for only $269 a month. Or 25% off MSRP. Plus 2 years free maintenance and a 100,000-mile warranty. It's a spring cleaning closeout sale happening now at the #1 volume Chevy dealer. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet.
Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Catholic College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800. Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Kaplan College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800.
Kaplan College does not guarantee employment or career advancement. Information about programs at www.kaplancollege.com/consumer-info.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. The chicken is hot and fresh. It's got melted Monterey Jack cheese topped with lettuce, tomato, bacon, and then the honey mustard adds a nice sweet flavor to it.
All the flavors come together just perfect. I mean, not only do I want to eat it, but I keep wanting to look at it.
The crunchiness of the bacon adds a really nice texture.
Honey mustard and chicken just go together. You know, sweet and savory, it's a perfect mix.
Try the new Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. Only at Whataburger for a limited time.
Going to the bottom of the third inning. 7-2 Laredo. And Robbie Estrada's the batter. Matt Lucen back up on the hill. Here's the pitch. It misses low. 1 ball and no strikes. So Matt Lucen, starting pitcher today for the Lemurs, was drafted by the Cubs in the 23rd round back in 2010. He's working out of the windup. He'll kick and throw, and that one is swung and a ground ball over to the right side. Ranging for it, Nieves. He'll square up, throw over to first base, and they'll get the out. So 1 down, and Zane Chavez will be the next batter. Yeah, Lucen spent 5 seasons in the Cubs organization, posting a record of 30 wins and 24 losses, and put up a 4.39 ERA in 105 games and 84 starts. He made it to Double-A Tennessee with the Cubs organization, spending a total of 3 seasons at that level. Here's Zane Chavez, flew out to left field in his first at bat, and he swings and fouls the first pitch off that he sees. So while Lucen was at Daytona with the Daytona Cubs, it's high A ball in the Florida State League, he threw a no-hitter against the Dunedin Blue Jays. That happened on July 8th of 2013. So pretty neat. He's got a no-hitter under his belt. Here's the 0-1. That one dots the inside corner for a strike. 0-2. So during that game, he walked only 2 batters. The Cubs won 7-0. It was the first Daytona Cubs no-hitter since 1996, since there was a combined one. I'll tell you who was involved in it here after this pitch. And the 0-2 pitch swung and missed. That's strike 3. That's the first strikeout delivered by Matt Lucen. Well, let's see if he's back on track here. If he could retire the side in order, that'd be a good thing for the Lemurs. So the people involved in that combined no-hitter back in 1996 was Kerry Wood, Darrell Brown, and Brandon Hammock. They combined to throw a no-hitter for Daytona on August 4th of 1994. 2 down. Here's the pitch to Victor Diaz. He sees it miss high. Like I said, it was the first Daytona Cubs no-hitter since 1996, and Matt Lucen threw it on July 8th of 2013. Pretty neat. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch. That one misses very high. 2 balls and no strikes. In 2012, Lucen made the Florida State All-Star team. And in 2013, he earned Florida State League Pitcher of the Week honors after throwing 6 shutout innings while allowing only 4 hits and striking out a season-high 8 batters in a 4-0 win for the Cubs. They are no longer, by the way, the Daytona Cubs. They are now the Daytona Tortugas, the 2-0. That one is a strike on the check swing, says the home plate umpire. So 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 down. Lemurs up 7-2. Well, our Spanish-speaking friends out there probably know what a tortuga is. I understand it's a Spanish word. The 2-1 pitch is swung and missed, 2 balls and 2 strikes. But for our English-speaking friends, it is a turtle or a tortoise. So a tortuga. That is their new mascot for the Daytona team in the Florida State League, and I believe they're a Reds affiliate now. And that's why they changed the name. The Cubs are no longer with them. They've changed over to the Cincinnati Reds. The 2-2 pitch. Low and outside. I've never been in the Florida State League, but I've talked to people that work in the Florida State League, and apparently where the Daytona Cubs play, or the Daytona Tortugas now, that's probably the oldest ballpark in the league, or it is the oldest ballpark in the league. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung and a high pop-up center field. Devontre Richardson, he's got a beat on this one. He'll reach the mid up over his face and make the catch, and that's going to do it. 3 up and 3 down here. Matt Lucen does a nice job of rebounding for the Laredo Lemurs. Lemurs, they're up in the ball game, 7-2. We'll be back with more in the top of the 4th.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Crowd at the bar making you sweat?
Uh-huh.
Could you use some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in epic nights, maximum refreshment, great times, awesome memories, high fives, smiles, Rocky Mountain refreshment, Blue Mountain refreshment, quadruple epic refreshment, killer parties, and totally refreshed killer parties. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Texas Inflatable Rentals has Laredo's largest water slides. We're proud to say that we serve the greater Laredo area and supply slip sliding fun for kids of all ages. Texas Inflatable Rentals has a huge selection of inflatables for every budget. And to add to the party, we rent tables, chairs, snow cone machines, popcorn machines, and cotton candy machines that will help take your party to the next level. We also have moonwalks and bounce houses. Contact Texas Inflatable Rentals at 956-436-3909 or at texasinflatablerentals.com and book with the coupon code LEMURS for a 10% discount. That's Texas Inflatable Rentals, Laredo's largest water slide.
All right, Kevin Taylor to start things off for the Lemurs as we go up to the 4th inning. Taylor hot today, 2 hits so far. A single in the first, a double in the second. Has scored 2 runs, and he drove in a run in the 2nd inning. Lemurs scored 4 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the 3rd inning. And it's a 7-2 lead for Laredo. Here's the pitch from Jason Jarvis, and that one is on the inside corner for a strike. So Jason Jarvis, throughout his minor league career, here's the pitch, and that's a curveball. That one finds the inside corner. Jason Jarvis was drafted by the Anaheim Angels in the 25th round back in 2006 out of high school, but he didn't come out then. The 0-2 delivery swung on, and that's fouled back. He was then drafted by the San Francisco Giants in the 23rd round back in 2008. So he spent 2008 with the Giants organization and 2009 and a part of the 2010 season in their organization. No balls and 2 strikes. Jarvis peers in, gets the sign and throws, and that one is called strike 3, a breaking ball, and Kevin Taylor is caught looking. So 1 down, 7-2 Lemurs. Here's Bel Nieves. Yeah, for the Giants, Jarvis pitched in Salem Kaiser, which is up in the Northwest League, their rookie ball affiliate for the Giants. Then he went to the Lincoln Salt Dogs that year and was re-picked up by the Giants the following season. Played with their Arizona League affiliate and then went up to the Sally League, the South Atlantic League. Here's the pitch. No one finds the inside corner for a strike just below the letters to Bel Nieves. So he pitched in the Sally League for the Augusta Green Jackets. The next pitch swung on and fouled up here. And the following year, in 2011, he found himself back in independent baseball, and since then he's been in indie ball. He's made a lot of different stops: Sioux City, Joliet in the Frontier League. Here's the 0-2. Fastball swung on, hit high in the air down the left field line. It's going to be fair or foul. It's going to be very close as the left fielder goes into the corner. Elder will make the catch in foul territory. That thing was super high in the air off the bat of Bel Nieves. And it went down into the corner, and Elder was able to grab it before he ended up hitting the wall. He didn't run into it, though. It was kind of pulled up right before. Jarvis has also played in Winnipeg, played in Brisbane in the Australian Baseball League one season for the Brisbane Bandits. That was in 2014. He's played in Winnipeg, I said that already, and so he's been all around the American Association. Here's a one-hop ground ball into right field. That's going to be a base hit for Matt Pageant. Pageant sees the first pitch, and he likes it. So he hit it on a line until about 3 feet short of the outfield grass, and it's going to be a base hit. "7-2 Lemurs." Here comes Dennis Phipps. Runner at first base and 2 down for Laredo. Top of the 4th inning. The pitch. That's a curveball. That finds the outside corner, and Phipps shakes his head. Yes, yes. That was a strike. He agrees with the umpire. Every now and then the players do agree with the umpires. They come together sometimes. The 0-1. Ooh, high fastball. Loose. Jarvis, looks at his hand and goes, "What happened there?" Just kind of lost it. The Lemurs with 9 hits, the AirHogs with 2. And the throw home. Swung on, that's fouled back. Phipps unleashed on that one. Took a big hack. But he just fouls it off, so it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count now to Dennis Phipps. Phipps with a double in his first at bat, drove in a run. A single in his second at bat, also drove in a run. So Phipps is going to step out of the batter's box as Jarvis has stepped off the back of the rubber for some reason. He was pointing over to first base, and I think maybe Matt Pageant called timeout. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch, low and outside, a snap throw down to first, and Pageant gets back in easily. So now it's 2-2. On deck for the Lemurs is Tony Delmonico. The 2-2 delivery, curveball swung and lined into left field, a base hit for Phipps. So with 2 outs, the Lemurs have picked up 2 base hits, and that's the 3rd hit today for Dennis Phipps. 7-2 Laredo. Delmonico with a base hit in his first at bat today, back in the 1st inning. He grounded into a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning. And that actually ended the inning. The out was made at 3rd base. So runners at 1st and 2nd. And Delmonico's going to get comfortable in the batter's box. Here's Jason Jarvis throwing home, and that one is in there for a strike just below the letters. Jarvis, his overall career record, 36 wins and 42 losses, a 4.46 ERA. And the 0-1, that one spiked into the dirt, and it goes back to the wall. Everybody moves up. So a wild pitch there. That allows Pageant to go to third, and Dennis Phipps will move up to second. Jarvis's strikeout per 9 ratio is 5.2 in his career. So he averages just a little over 5 strikeouts per game that he pitches in per 9 innings. And the next pitch swung on and fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lemurs up by 5. Getaway day for the Lemurs. They will get in the bus after this and head on back to Laredo, Texas. The St. Paul Saints will be awaiting. I think St. Paul plays tonight. We'll look at the scoreboard here in the American Association and see what time they have their game today. And Amarillo, the 1-2 pitch swung on, and a line driving to right center field. It's going to get down, and it's going to roll for a long time. Pageant scores easily. Phipps right behind him. He'll score easily as well. Delmonico's going to cruise in with the double, and the Lemurs have 2 more runs. Delmonico now with 2 hits and 3 RBIs on the day. So make it 9-2 Laredo. And then Wiley up to the plate. So Wiley looking to get into the hit club. Wiley walked in his last at bat and really created his own run. He walked, stole second, stole third, and was driven home on a sac fly. So Lemurs up by 7. So tonight, St. Paul in Amarillo, they play at 7:05, so they'll be pulling into Laredo sometime early in the morning. It's about an 11-hour drive from Amarillo. Can you believe that? 11 hours, and you're still in the same state. Here's the pitch. Wiley sees it miss high and away. The shortest drive for the Lemurs all season long is up here to Grand Prairie. It's only 6.5 hours, and I say only. It's pretty long. Amarillo's 11. Wichita's 15, the 1-0. That one is a breaking ball, finds the inside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. I believe Joplin's going to be another hour on top of that when we go to Joplin for the first time this season. So maybe 16 hours at Joplin. Kansas City's around 17, 18 hours. Here's the 1-1 pitch, low one in. Lemurs go to Fargo on their next road trip. Fargo, North Dakota. If I remember right, Fargo's about 27 hours. Of course, you have to stop a couple of times to get food, so that's included. The 2-1 swung on, and that one's hit into the ground and will roll back to the screen. So some long bus rides for the Laredo Lemurs. I believe the Lemurs, I'm just guessing, but I can't imagine a team having longer bus rides than the Lemurs. Like I said, their first bus ride here is 6.5 hours, and that's their shortest one of the season, is just to come up here to Grand Prairie. And then we go to Fargo, that makes them really long. We've been to Winnipeg, the 2-2 pitch. That one falls short of the plate. Make it 3 balls and 2 strikes. We've driven to Winnipeg. We've driven from Quebec City to Laredo. All in a bus. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Lemurs up 9-2. That's probably the biggest challenge for the players on the team, is the travel that they deal with. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Looked like a change up there. Wiley swings through it. And that's going to do it for Laredo, but they come up with 2 runs on 3 hits in the inning. There are no errors and 1 left. We're going to head to the bottom of the 4th. Lemurs up 9-2. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
This summer, Allegiant will increase to 4 weekly flights to Las Vegas, Nevada. If gambling in Vegas isn't your thing, Allegiant is also increasing to 2 weekly flights to Orlando. Enjoy the Disney theme parks, Legoland, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, and the Kennedy Space Center. Flying comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials. Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit Hot Dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito Hamburger and Cabrito Hot Dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1990. That's Texas Outlaw Grill. Looking to travel this summer? If the year-round flights to Las Vegas aren't fit for you, take advantage of Allegiant's direct flights from Laredo International Airport to Orlando. For as low as $119 round trip, you and your family can be in Orlando in 2.5 hours. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials.
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeye's new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
So here's the schedule around the American Association today. As Lucen finishes his warm-ups. Gary's at Lincoln. St. Paul at Amarillo, we mentioned that one earlier. Winnipeg is playing Wichita. Kansas City against the Sioux City Explorers. And the Quebec Capitals are in Sioux Falls to take on the Canaries. And yesterday's scoreboard goes a little like this. Lincoln beat Gary yesterday 3-2. Joplin over Fargo 3-0. Quebec beat Sioux Falls 7-5. Sioux City 9, Kansas City nothing. Wichita 2, Winnipeg nothing, and St. Paul big over Amarillo 10-1. So into the batter's box is Fraser Hall. 9-2 the score, Lemurs in the lead. And the pitch. That one hits the inside corner for a strike, a fastball from Matt Lucen. So Lucen right back on track here. Retired the side in order in the 3rd inning after having a little bit of a struggle in the 2nd. Here's the delivery. That is high. 1 ball and 1 strike. We'll take a look around the league, see who's hot in the American Association. Ian Gack off to a great start playing with the St. Paul Saints, and we'll see him coming in the Uni-Trade Stadium when we get home. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That is high. He is off to a scorching start. He's played in 6 games. He has 12 hits and 20 at-bats, a home run and 11 RBIs. He has walked 7 times as well. Wow. 2 balls and 1 strike. And now Lucen's going to step off the back of the rubber and get a new set of signs from Bailey. Lemurs up 7. The pitch is low. Blake Golliver. Actually, scratch that. Yasier Gomez for Joplin. Off to a nice start. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Right at the knees. Nice pitch there. Hits the inner third of the plate for a strike. So Yasier Gomez batting .522 in the early going. He's 12 for 23, so he has 12 hits as well. He's picked up 6 RBIs. Drew Martinez with Gary, the pitch. That one barely missed there, and that's going to be ball 4 to Fraser Hall. So Hall now with a walk and a base hit. Picked up a base hit and scored a run back in the 2nd. Next batter, Ryan Gaspara. Yeah, Gary's Drew Martinez batting .448. He's got 13 hits, so he actually leads the league in hits. He's got 29 at-bats. So Gaspara, a left-handed batter, getting into the box. Grand Prairie's very own Zane Chavez up in the top 10 in hitting. Here's the pitch, swung on and hit well into right field, but it's going to go foul. Gaspara got a lot of it, but turns into a foul ball. Yeah, Zane Chavez coming in. He's currently 5th in the league in hitting, and Devontae Richardson from the Lemurs right behind him. Devontre with that 400 batting average. A couple of guys, actually 4 guys, are all tied in the league with home runs. Jason Repko, Luke Bailey, Joe Dunnigan, Jake Taylor. They all have 2 home runs. And now Eric Champion coming out of the dugout. And I wonder if they thought that ball might have been fair. There's stuff falling down to the ground out over the right field wall. There's stands over the right field wall, and Dennis Fitch is going to go pick it up and throw it back up there. I have no idea what that conversation was about, why Eric Champion came out of the dugout. Runner at first base and nobody out. Gasparo the batter. And Lucen throws home, and that one swung on and a hard hit ground ball. Diving for it, Nieves. He'll flip to Forney for 1. Back over to first, double play. Easy as pie for the Lemurs, even though Nieves had to dive to get the ball. Did a nice job to get up quickly and throw it over to first base.
Who's coming up to bat next for the AirHogs? Let's hear it for our teacher.
All right, Matt Burns will be the batter. Lemurs up by 7, a 9-2 lead. Matt Burns walked, and he walked with the bases loaded, which actually brought in a run. So he'll get another opportunity here, and this time with nobody on base. As he looks at the first pitch, it misses low and away. Bottom of the 4th inning. Lemurs scored 4 in the first, 2 in the second, a run in the 3rd, and 2 more in the 4th inning. So every inning they put up a run as the next pitch misses. 2 balls and no strikes now to Matt Burns. And Lucen delivers. That one misses outside. So it should be 3-0. It says 2-0 up on the scoreboard. I believe it's 3 balls and no strikes. Yeah, 3-0. The umpire just put his hand up. Bailey just asked. He wanted to make sure the count was right. And the pitch. That one hits the outside corner. So 3 balls and 1 strike. See, I usually know the count in my head, but when I see it up wrong on the scoreboard, it throws me off. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that's high, ball 4. And it makes me second guess myself. And I'm like, well, who's right here?
The second baseman, Jamadric Magruder.
Here's Jamadric Magruder, flew out to left field his first time up. So we'll get a nice attendance figure today here in Grand Prairie. Unfortunately, they don't draw too well here. It's in a rough place. It's not in a rough place physically, but it's in a rough place, just the location. It's got so much to do in this area. Runner at first, and the pitch swung on, and that's fouled away. So with 2 outs, Jamadric Magruder falls behind, no balls and 1 strike. I mean, they got the 6 flags around here. You got the ballpark at Arlington. You got the Dallas Cowboys in the area. I mean, there's so much history just in Dallas itself, and Arlington and Fort Worth is close. So there's just so many attractions in the area. There's a horse track right by us in the same facility. There's a concert facility in this same facility. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swung on it and popped up over to the left side, and that's going to get well out of play. A couple of the Lemurs will go take a look at it. So just a lot of different things vying for the dollar around here. And unfortunately, the Grand Prairie AirHogs are falling a little bit short in the attendance figure. I mean, they're not but a half-hour drive to the ballpark at Arlington. I don't even think it's that long. Maybe 20 minutes to the ballpark at Arlington where the Texas Rangers play. No balls and 2 strikes. And, you know, people here in Dallas, they have money. And they will probably spend their money there. The 0-2 swung on it and popped up over to the left side. Now they're, of course, it's a big city, so there is people that don't have money. But this is a big city. And there's just a lot of big cities. I mean, right, you got Dallas, Arlington, Grand Prairie, Fort Worth. They're all populated. They're all very well populated. So maybe when they built this place, they figured, well, there's enough room for everybody. And hey, it works in Kansas City. It works in St. Paul. The Kansas City T-Bones are a half hour away from the Kansas City Royals. The 0-2, the runner goes. The pitch is a curveball in the dirt. The throw by Bailey is a little bit short, and he'll take a hop. But Bill Nieves is there to back it up. So stolen base for Matt Burns. Yeah, you got the Kansas City T-Bones a half hour away from the Kansas City Royals. That works out. I mean, they draw very well. St. Paul might outdraw everybody this season with their new ballpark. Even though they're in a new ballpark this year, they've always drawn very well in the American Association and when they played in the Northern League. It's just a fan favorite place to go. It's a nice place to watch minor league baseball. But for some reason, this place has not been the place to be. It does get hot here too. It's very warm here in Grand Prairie. I'm not saying it doesn't get warm in Kansas City. I mean, it gets hot there. It's very muggy there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That is low and inside. But for some reason, this place just is not caught on. And they just aren't replicating what they're doing up in Kansas City and St. Paul. This is one of 3 teams that we'll play against. We don't go to St. Paul this season, but we do go to Kansas City. One of 3 teams that have the big league ballpark pretty close to it. The 2-2 swung on, and that's grounded foul off the leg of McRuder. The Laredo Lemurs in a nice spot. You know, they have no big league team. I think the closest one is the Houston Astros. And that's probably a 4+ hour drive to Houston. That's a pretty good journey. Of course, there's a lot of minor league baseball teams up in the Midwest League that are close to big league clubs, and they draw all right. East Coast, they have a lot of minor league teams next to big league clubs. And the big thing about minor league baseball, it's affordable entertainment. It's not as expensive as going to the big league yards. Here's the 2-2. Low and inside. Yeah, you plan on going to a major league ballpark, and I went to one before I came out here this year to broadcast a game for the Lemurs. I tried to get to a game or two before I head to Laredo to broadcast a game. And the nearest ballpark for me is in San Francisco where the Giants play. Drive 2 hours to get down there and watch a baseball game. And, you know, just by myself, without buying hardly anything, getting some food at the local Safeway. It's a grocery store, and the pitch swung on and a little nubber up the first baseline. Off the mound quickly, Lucen. He'll throw over to first base. Pageant has to reach for it. He'll pull it down, and that's going to be the 3rd and final out. But just getting, you know, going to that game by myself, I spent $100. You know, a $50 ticket. You buy some food, you pay for some gas, you pay for some parking. Bang, $100 right there. All right, that's it here. 9-2 in favor of the Laredo Lemurs. We're going to head to the top of the 5th inning. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at LaredoLemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark. Hey, Lemurs fans, every Thursday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is a Thirsty Thursday. Come on out and enjoy cold Miller Lite draft beers for only $1. That's right, beer for $1. You can get tickets online at LaredoLemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, where you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
All right, so Luke Bailey's going to lead it off, but a new pitcher in for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. And that's Logan Norris out there. So Logan Norris taking over on the hill. So the day is done for the starting pitcher today, Jason Jarvis, as Bailey will ground this one foul. 9-2 Lemurs. And they have taken it to Jason Jarvis pretty well here in this one. 9 runs on 11 hits today for the Lemurs through 4 innings of work. And the pitch swung and popped up foul. It gets up and over the Grand Prairie AirHogs dugout. And there were no errors. So all of those runs are going to be earned for Jason Jarvis. 11 earned runs today. That does not feel good. No balls and 2 strikes to Bailey. The pitch low and in the dirt. So Logan Norris comes up to us with a record of no wins and 1 loss, a 4.50 ERA. He's only pitched in 1 game, has thrown 2 innings, has struck out a batter, has walked 1, and has given up 3 base hits. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The high leg kick and the throw home, and that one swung and popped into the air into center field. On the run is Jennings, and the ball is going to fall in front of both the center fielder and the right fielder. So Luke Bailey with a base hit. That's his first of the day. And now coming up to the plate is going to be Tyler Forney for the Lemurs. Forney with a sac fly that drove in Byron Wiley earlier in the ball game.
Second baseman, Tyler Forney.
Devontre Richardson is on deck for the Lemurs. Hot hitting Devontre Richardson. Norris, all 5'10" of them, 175 pounds. He'll throw home, and that one is low for a ball. 1-0. Forney looking for his first base hit of the day. If you're new to watching Lemurs games here, the Grand Prairie AirHogs have all turf down there on the field, so if you're wondering why that grass is so nice, that's why. The 1-0 delivery, low again. That one pops off the plate. It's 2 balls and no strikes to Forney. The only dirt down there is around home plate, in the home plate area, and on the pitcher's mound. Everything else is turf. I'm sure their maintenance costs are low. It's not hard to keep the grass green, I tell you that much. Runner at first base, nobody out for the Lemurs. And the pitch. Swung and grounded foul up the first base line past the first base coach, Gibby Villacuellar for the Lemurs. Third base coach is Steve Hine for Laredo. Steve Hine's the hitting coach, the new hitting coach for the Lemurs. So Forney looking at a 2-1 count, stepping back into the batter's box. Bailey, the catcher at first base. Bailey runs. The pitch is spiked off the plate. And coming up to grab it is the pitcher Norris. Norris will throw to first base as Bailey was running on the play. So Bailey gets in at second. The throw to first base is in time to get Forney out. And there's 1 down, and Devontre Richardson will be the batter. So it's probably a hit and run. You normally wouldn't send Luke Bailey, a catcher, to try to steal a base. And Richardson into the batter's box already. I bet he can't wait to hit. I'd get in the batter's box too if I were him. So let me swing the bat. The pitch. Norris pegs the outside corner. Fastball right at the knees. Now you watch Norris in his late kick, man. That thing goes super high. Logan Norris went to LSU Shreveport. That's where he played his college baseball. Makes his hometown in Bossier City. Or is it Bossier City? I've heard both. The 0-1. That one's in the dirt. Chavez trying to backhand it, but it gets away from him, and that's going to allow Luke Bailey to go up to third base on the wild pitch. Norris was undrafted out of college, played 2013 and 2014 in the Rockies organization, bouncing between A-ball and in the Rookie League affiliate. Finished 2014 with a record of 6 wins and 1 loss, over 35 appearances. He had a couple of starts and 1 save. The 1-1 pitch swung and grounded up to the shortstop Estrada. Coming in to score for the Lemurs is Bailey. Devontre Richardson's going to get out 6-3, but he gets an RBI for his efforts. So the Lemurs will take that. And another run up on the board for the Lemurs. They are now up 10-2. Here's Kevin Taylor. Kevin Taylor, the left-handed batter, ready to go. He's 2 for 3 on the day. He sees a fastball miss low. On April 12th of 2011, Logan's grandfather, Bill, and 2 of his grandfather's friends were found dead inside of an appliance store in Bossier City. Not a good story. Norris said baseball practice ran late, which is why he didn't make it to the store that day, ultimately saving his life. That's your starting relief pitcher here, Logan Norris. Sad story. 10-2, Lemurs the pitch. This is high. And in case you missed that, I'll go ahead and go over it one more time. On April 12th of 2011, Logan's grandfather, Bill, and 2 of his grandfather's friends were found dead inside an appliance store in Bossier City. And the baseball practice ran late, and that's why he wasn't there at the time, which ended up basically saving his life. Sounds like it was a burglary of some sort. The 3-0. That one's in there for a strike. 4 days after his grandfather's death, Norris earned his first college win, but then life threw him another curveball. He was placed on academic probation. So he's here trying to bounce back. The 3-1 pitch swung on and a high pop-up left center field. And the left fielder, Elder, has no idea where it's at. The center fielder, Jennings, trying to come over and help out, but Elder finally finds it and is able to run underneath it and make the catch. That'll do it for the Lemurs, but they come up with 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and nobody left. We're through 4.5. Lemurs up 10-2. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas, as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today. Hey fans, every Monday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is Margarita Monday. Come on out to the ballpark and cool off with an ice-cold margarita for only $2. But please do not drink them too fast. You might get a brain freeze. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS. Check us out at LaredoLemurs.com.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more families achieve the American dream of home ownership than Armadillo. In fact, Armadillo Homes has built more homes than all other builders combined. And there are reasons for this: integrity, responsibility, service, and of course, quality. So if you're thinking about making the greatest investment in your life, think of the one builder who's dedicated its entire life to helping the Laredo family. Think Armadillo Homes. ArmadilloHomes.com. Go Lemurs.
We all know we can accomplish more when we're ready. That's why I've chosen Texas A&M International University. I want a 4-year degree and the opportunities that it brings. TAMU has welcomed me and more than 7,000 students from around the world. TAMU empowers me to greatness, ignites my mind, and propels me to my future and my impact. Imagine the possibilities. when you're powered by TAMU.
Register now for summer and fall. Visit tamu.edu and get powered.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors for your Laredo Lemurs, now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Their north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, number 12. Their south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic offers an array of services from physical therapy to their newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. All right, back to action here as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, and Laredo Lemurs are changing pitchers. Sam Martin now in to throw. So Matt Lewson will, unfortunately for him, not qualify for the victory here today in this ball game. But he did settle down nicely after those 2 innings, but I think he threw too many pitches for the Lemurs' liking, as the first pitch from Sam Martin to the new batter, Hayden Jennings, misses low. Remember, Matt Lewson, only in his second start. In his first start, he didn't throw a lot either. So they got to be careful with these guys as we're early on in the year. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one cuts the outside corner for a strike. 10-2 Laredo. So the Lemurs scoring big here today. That's their biggest run output of the season. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch, swung and a ground ball over to the right side. Going down to a knee is Pageant, the first baseman. He'll underhand flip to Martin, and they'll get the out. 1 down, and Chris Elder now the batter. So Chris Elder's the top of the order. He's 0 for 2. And the sunshine's starting to peek through again as the clouds have moved around, and you get a big ray of sunshine all over the baseball field. Now the Lemurs will play a day game again in Fargo, North Dakota when we go up there on Sunday. So the Lemurs will be home through this weekend, and then they'll play a couple of games, and then the following weekend they'll head up to Fargo as that first pitch to Elder's in there for a strike. So they'll play Friday, Saturday, Sunday up in Fargo, and they'll have a day game at 1 o'clock Central Time in Fargo. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, and that's fouled back. Kids going crazy with their vuvuzelas, their horn honkers out here. Just a whole different atmosphere at the ballpark today than usual. Yeah, usually you have fans that are cheering, and today it's kids blowing horns. The 0-2, that one's low. I feel like I'm at a soccer game, a World Cup soccer match. They blow their horns all the time in those games and pound the drums. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the delivery. Swung on and grounded up the middle. Charging for the ball is Forney. The shortstop has it. He'll throw over to first base, and that's going to retire Chris Elder. So 2 quick outs. And there's 2 down, and Robbie Estrada will be the next batter. So Sam Martin, 6'5", 220 pounds. He had 2 seasons at Texas Wesleyan University. Posted a 21-2 record with a 2.53 ERA. Threw 160 and a third innings with 106 strikeouts. Before attending Wesleyan, Martin played at Frank Phillips College as a sophomore. He played his freshman season at Centurion College. He attended Little Elm High School and is the son of Randy and Stephanie Martin. So Sam Martin, young man here in the American Association, who's a rookie. So making his first professional appearance as he throws a fastball there, and it misses outside Robbie Estrada. 10-2 Lemurs. Martin throws again on the 1-0, and that one is right there down the middle, across the letters where it says AirHogs across the chest. The Grand Prairie AirHogs. The 1-1 misses low. Sam Martin comes across the chest and tries to go low in the zone and get a strike there. So changing up the sight lines, always a good idea. Go inside, outside, up and down. You don't want to be trying to hit that same spot all the time. The 2-1 pitch. Swung and missed. Estrada's hand came off of the bat, at least one of them did. He held on to it, but his backhand, his left hand ended up coming off the bat. And he was swinging at the ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 down in the inning. Martin throws. Swung on a ground ball over to the right side. The second baseman, Nieves, in front of it. He'll throw easily over to first, and that's going to take care of Robbie Estrada. That'll take care of the Grand Prairie AirHogs. 3 up and 3 down, and a nice job by Sam Martin in relief. We're going to head to the top of the 6th inning. Lemurs are coming up to the plate. 10-2 Laredo. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Since Extending Technologies opened for business in 1998, they have worked to establish solid relationships with their clients. They are set to maintain the highest standards of service and integrity and to perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Extending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
Todos sabemos que podemos lograr más cuando estamos listos. Por eso, decidí matricularme en Texas A&M International University. Quiero un título universitario y las oportunidades que me brindará. TAMIU me ha recibido a mí y a 7,000 estudiantes de todo el mundo. TAMIU me impulsa a ser grande, enciende mi mente y hace mi corazón latir. Imagina las posibilidades cuando eres impulsado por TAMIU.
Inscríbete ahora para verano y otoño. Visita tamiu.edu y sé impulsado.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lights, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
All right, we go to the top of the 6th inning. Lemurs up 10-2, and Abel Nieves is going to be the first batter here in the inning. Matt Pageant will follow, and then Dennis Phipps will come up to the plate. So 3, 4, and 5 in the Lemurs order. Former Lemur and former Grand Prairie AirHog Brian Peterson is in town today. He actually lives in this area. So if you're a Lemurs fan from way back, you'll know that name, Brian Peterson. And first pitch to Abel Nieves is fouled away. Brian Peterson has been at the ballpark a couple times during this series. Came down and took batting practice with the Lemurs. And now is just hanging out. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Abel Nieves. He hits a drive into left center field. This one hit well. Elder and Jennings both going for it, and the ball's going to take a bounce, one hopper off of the wall. So Abel Nieves is going to have himself a double, his second hit of the ball game. Ball banged off the gptexas.com sign out there in left center field. It's the last sign before you hit the center field wall, so you can kind of see it. It's a little bit blue if you're looking at the camera. A double for Abel Nieves, and Matt Pageant coming up to the plate. Logan Norris staying on the mound, by the way. He's still out there for Grand Prairie. Lemurs up by 8. Here's Matt Pageant. Pageant close to the plate. In his tight, compact stance, runner at second base and nobody out. The pitch is low. 1 ball and no strikes. So another pitch coming up here from Logan Norris. He gets back on the rubber, dangles that right arm. Does it hang there as he gets the sign. Long look back at second. Now the high leg kick on the throw, and that's a breaking ball swung on and missed by Pageant. 1 ball and 1 strike. 13 hits today for the Lemurs. That's their highest hit output as well. So the highest run output, the highest hit output. They've earned all of them. There's been a couple of walks, but not a lot. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Norris throws, and that one swung on, and a line drive into right center. No, caught by the second baseman Magruder. He leapt into the air and came down with the baseball. Nicely done there by Magruder, taking away a hit from the Lemurs' number 4 hitter. So 1 down, and Dennis Phipps now the batter.
I got about an 8-inch pillar between my two windows, and I did not see Magruder standing there. I have to actually look around the pillar to see him. And I thought that I was going to get by him, but it was not high enough. He leaped into the air and came down with it. Runner at second and one down. Here's Phipps. The pitch, curveball, misses outside. Phipps having a hot day, 3 for 3, a double back in the first, a single back in the second. And in the fourth inning, he picked up a single, and he's got 2 RBIs. He has scored twice. So Dennis Phipps having a nice day for himself. Runner at second and one out. Logan Norris looks back at second, throws home, and that one swung on, hit high in the air into right field. Frazier Hall standing in his tracks. Now he'll move around a little bit, get underneath the ball and make the catch. Belniev acts like he's going to tag and go to third base, just draws the throw, so he's going to stay there. So 2 down, and Tony Delmonico, the new batter. Oh, the base hit here. The Lemurs can get another run up on the board. Light schedule in Major League Baseball today, but there is one doubleheader. The White Sox and the Orioles playing a doubleheader in Baltimore. So they'll be playing 2 games. They're playing one right now in the bottom of the second inning, no score. They'll play another one a little bit later. It's the makeup from the game that was postponed on April 28th, and I believe that was due to the rioting in Baltimore at the time. Here's the pitch. And that's a slider, hits the outside corner for a strike. Boston, Texas will play at 8:05, and they're actually home. So we're going to miss the Rangers by 1 day. The Lemurs had last night off. They could have got a Rangers game if the Rangers were in town. A lot of guys were actually asking about it to see if the Rangers were in town. They were in Cleveland yesterday. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Detroit's at Los Angeles, where they'll play the Angels. Yankees playing the Oakland A's in Oakland, and the Cleveland Indians are playing Seattle. They're up in Seattle. Pirates at Padres, and the Braves are in San Francisco to take on the San Francisco Giants. So that's the schedule for today's Major League Baseball games. No balls and 2 strikes to Tony Delmonico. 2 down, the pitch. That one misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lemurs up 10-2. Lazy, hazy day here at the ball yard today. Got some regular people up in the suite levels today. Not everyone here is a kid. There's a lot of teachers, of course, accompanying the kids. The 1-2 pitch, swung and grounded foul up the third baseline. I wonder if this is easier for the teachers to actually get out of the classroom and come to a situation like this and actually let the kids enjoy some baseball, or is it easier for them to be in the classroom and have the control and the regular day that they normally have, the structured day that they would normally put on? I'm sure it's a nice little break for them to get out here. Gotta love the teachers. Do such a great job with the kids for the most part. The 1-2 pitch, swung and I missed. There's strike 3, and that's going to do it for the Lemurs. We're going to head to the bottom of the 6th inning, 10-2 in favor of the Lemurs. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Calle Norte, Suite number 11, invites you to experience a new standard in medical transportation, servicing Laredo and all surrounding areas. Capital Care EMS provides transports to wound care treatments, HBO treatments, dialysis treatments, doctor's appointments, radiation treatments, chemotherapy treatments, and many more. From emergency medical transport to x-rays and lab work, our state-certified EMTs and paramedics are readily available 24 hours a day when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts most major medical insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is locally owned and operated. Call now for your free consultation. 956-712-8911. That's 956-712-8911. Capital Care EMS, creating a new standard in medical transportation. Capital Care EMS, the official ambulance of your Laredo Lemurs.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at driscollhealthplan.com.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma, pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres, pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo, carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
All right, Zane Chavez to start things off for Grand Prairie as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Lemurs up 10-2. Sam Martin stays on the mound for the Lemurs. He'll throw, and that one is outside a little bit. So it's Zane Chavez, Victor Diaz, and Frazier Hall. Lemurs lost the first 2 games of this series. They're currently on a 3-game slide. So trying to turn that around here today, and they're off to a good start. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that's popped foul. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Zane Chavez. Lemurs coming out hot at the very beginning of the game. Putting up 4 runs and 5 hits in the first inning. The 1-1 delivery. That one is outside for a ball. So 2 balls and 1 strikes now to Chavez. Sam Martin right back up on top of the hill. Zane Chavez in the batter's box. And the 2-1 delivery swung, and that's fouled off. A little bit about Zane Chavez for you. He was drafted by the Kansas City Royals in the 19th round back in 2005. He went to Fallbrook Union High School, and he was drafted out of high school. Played at 3 colleges, Indiana State, Linwood State, so I guess he did not decide to come out after to go to college. He hits a line drive here into right center field. It's going to drop for a base hit, go all the way out to the wall. Chavez is around second. He's heading to third base, and he's going to have himself a stand-up triple. So it's weird, he was drafted out of high school, but it says he played in college as well. So kind of confused about how that went. So it says here he played at 3 colleges in Indiana State, Linwood University in Missouri, and back home at Palomar College. He's an independent baseball success story. Played from 2009 and 2010 in the Can-Am League. Spent 2011 with the AirHogs, 2012 in Grand Prairie and El Paso, and then signed by the Baltimore Orioles for the 2013 season. Prior to the 2013 season, here's Victor Diaz, runner at third and nobody out. 10-2 Lemurs, the pitch. Just misses above the letters. He spent 2 seasons in the Orioles organization, reaching AA Bowie for 14 games in 2014, where he hit 167. Also played for the Frederick Keys organization. Diaz lifts one into left field. Byron Wiley going back. Now he'll come in a little bit. Runner at third tags. He's coming home. Wiley will throw it in, but it's not going to be in time. There's not going to be a play. So a sac fly by Victor Diaz. That makes the score a little bit closer. It is now 10-3 in favor of the Laredo Lemurs. Here's Frazier Hall coming up to the plate. Only 3 hits today for the AirHogs. So even though Matt Lucen pitched a lot of threw a lot of pitches there in the second inning, overall he's done pretty well for the Lemurs today. Of course, Sam Martin has been in for the last 2 innings, this one and the previous one. As Frazier Hall's into the batter's box. So Lucen ends up going 4 innings. What really got him was a couple of walks that he gave up. He ended up walking 4 batters today. Here's the pitch, did Lucen. That one misses inside. So Lucen walks 4. He only struck out 1 batter. Like I said, he gave up 3 hits and 2 runs. Both the runs earned. 1 ball and 1 strike to Frazier Hall, yesterday's hero for the AirHogs. That one touches the inside corner for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So if we're just reviewing Zane Chavez's page here, the 1-2 delivery. Swung on and missed. There's strike 3 to Frazier Hall. That's the second out of the inning. I'm going to go ahead and say that Zane Chavez was drafted but decided to go to college instead and play baseball, and then was picked up later by the Baltimore Orioles. It says he was drafted by the Orioles, but I don't see him ever playing in their organization. So that'll bring up Ryan Gaspora. First pitch to the lefty is outside for a ball. It's kind of a rough decision there for any baseball player. Do I come out now or do I come out later? Do I go to college or do I start playing pro immediately? The 1-0. That is high. A lot of people say baseball will be waiting, but then again, you're only young once. You just lay all the cards on the table and try to play professionally as soon as possible. Here's the 2-0 delivery. And that one's on the outside corner for a strike, a fastball. You just never know which answer is the right answer. Because if you're really good and you have a shot to make it to Major League Baseball, then you're a high school player. The 2-1 pitch. Swung and a line drive just by Abel Nieves into right field. And if you're a high school player and you get drafted at a pretty high level, I mean, I'd say in the top 10 rounds, you're probably a pretty good prospect and have a chance to make it up to the big leagues. But if you're drafted anything below the 10th round, then you seriously got to think about going to play college baseball, because your odds of making it to the big leagues become smaller and smaller. And just the fact that the affiliated baseball team isn't going to put all that much time and effort and money into you lets them easily release you. But if you're a higher draft pick, and they got some money put into you, here's the pitch, and that one swung on and fouled back. Then they're going to take more time with you if you need it. You know, they're going to make sure they get their money's worth out of you. So it's all about the business end there. So as a young man coming out of high school, you got to decide for yourself, what's best for me right now? Where am I going to end up? You know, Zane Chavez at the time being a 19th pick, or 19th round pick for the Kansas City Royals, and that's a lower pick, the 0-1. This is inside. Bailey's going to call timeout and go talk to Sam Martin. If you're a lower pick in the draft, like I said, you know, the odds of you making it to the big leagues become very slim. Not a lot of people play Major League Baseball. I mean, it seems like a lot of people do. There's a lot of people up there right now. But that talent level, just between this level and that level, is extremely different. One ball and one strike. 10-3 Lemurs. Sam Martin throws on the 1-1. That is low for a ball. You got, you know, two guys that are in this ballpark that have played Major League Baseball. Victor Diaz for Grand Prairie and Dennis Phipps for the Laredo Lemurs. The 2-1 swung on and popped up. That'll get back behind the plate, and it's going to get out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Matt Burns. And Dennis Phipps, definitely a prospect to get back up to the big leagues. I mean, the guy can flat out play baseball. He is one of the better players in this league, there's no doubt. He can be up there and have an opportunity to get back to AA, AAA, and make his way back up to the big leagues. The 2-2 swung and missed. There's strike 3. And that's going to do it for the Grand Prairie AirHogs. They get 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors on 1 left. We're going to the top of the 7th inning. It's 10-3 Lemurs. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Wetting through another barn burner at your team's bar?
Sure am.
Wish you had some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in meeting new people, epic fist bumps, epic forearm bumps, epic or chest bumps, touchdown dancing, break dancing, line dancing, dancing like nobody's watching, awesome refreshment for the win, and one-of-a-kind Rocky Mountain cold refreshment. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering, L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light? Which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries. Which led to, there's got to be a better way to look up words. Which led to the invention of spell check. Which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reduction store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus, find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas. 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
3, 2, 1. Number one. That's Laredo's #1 Chevy dealer. Family Chevrolet turns the best day ever into the best month ever. 15% off. Not good enough, but 25% off. Now that makes it the best month ever. With over 600 vehicles available, makes it the best pricing ever. 2015 Equinox, 2015 Traverse. Not 15, but 25% off. And the best financing rates for the best month ever. 1.9 interest. Family Chevrolet of Laredo.com. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet. Family Chevrolet is the #1 volume Chevy dealer for a reason. Every customer rides during our spring cleaning closeout sale with massive price cuts on 600 Chevys. New 2015 Chevy Cruze. How about 25% off MSRP? Wow, that's huge. Or
All right, here we go. More baseball for you. We got a new catcher into the ball game. Trevor Harden back behind the plate now. So he's taking over for Zane Chavez. Chavez will have the rest of the day off. Here's the pitch from Logan Norris, and that one misses high. Byron Wiley is the batter. So it's going to be Wiley, Bailey, and Forney coming up to the plate. And the high late kick on the pitch. That is low. Wiley on the day. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. And he walked back in the third inning. He stole second, stole third, and was brought home on a sac fly by Tyler Forney. 10-3 Lemurs. And the pitch on the 2-0. That one is in there for a strike. That one danced on the inside corner. So 2 balls and 1 strike now to Wiley. Wiley looking for his first hit of the day. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A breaking ball there. Make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wiley and Forney are the only 2 without base hits in the ball game. The Lemurs have 13 hits on the day, so the 7-man and the 9-man in the batting order are missing hits. There's always 1 or 2 guys that miss the party as the next pitch misses up. It's funny when the team just knocks out hits all over the place, like they're doing today, and scores some runs. It's usually 1 guy that doesn't join the hit brigade. It's a full count here to Wiley. Here's the pitch. Swung on. There's a ground ball up the first baseline. Foul. Okay, so Frazier Hall's now at first. So a bunch of defensive changes for Grand Prairie. I thought I heard him say a left fielder got changed too. I don't see the changes on the official scorekeeper's book, so we'll have to wait and see who's actually out there and left. He's a mystery man. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Wiley goes down swinging for the 2nd time in a row. Luke Bailey coming up to the plate. Yeah, so the official scorekeeper, the American Association runs a point streak live in-game official scorekeeper webpage, whatever you want to call it. It's the live game, basically, and you can see all the batters and the hitters that get up and the guys that get on base and moves them over. It's not the video of the game, but it's just like Major League Baseball has their in-game. And you can kind of watch where the pitches are and where the players are standing. Well, the American Association has something similar. Here's a high fly ball to left. Elder moving back. He's at the 366 marker. He reaches up. He bangs into the wall, and he holds on to the baseball. Nice play there by the left fielder. So 2 down quickly. So the official scorekeeper here, or whatever's going on, it's not working, so I'm not getting any updates on where the players are. So between innings, I'll go talk to the official scorekeeper myself and find out for you. Lemurs up by 7. The number 9 hitter into the batting order, Tyler Forney. The pitch. That's a slider. Misses low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. 2 outs. Well, with the Orioles today having a doubleheader, that pretty much assures that Chaz Rowe might see some action. The 1-0. Swung on and a ground ball. Up to the third baseman. Burns charges it. On the grass, he'll make the throw, and that's going to be in time to get the out. 5-3 put out, and the Lemurs go down in order here in the 7th. We're going to head to the bottom of the 7th inning. AirHogs coming to the plate. 10-3 Lemurs. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
3, 2, 1, number 1. That's Laredo's #1 Chevy dealer. Family Chevrolet turns the best day ever into the best month ever. 15% off, not good enough, but 25% off, now that makes it the best month ever. With over 600 vehicles available, makes it the best pricing ever. 2015 Equinox, 2015 Traverse, not 15, but 25% off. And the best financing rates for the best month ever, 1.9 interest. Family Chevrolet of Laredo.com. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet. Family Chevrolet is the #1 volume Chevy dealer for a reason. Every customer rides during our spring cleaning closeout sale with massive price cuts on 600 Chevys. New 2015 Chevy Cruze. How about 25% off MSRP? Wow, that's huge. Or only $199 a month. New 2015 Malibu for only $269 a month. Or 25% off MSRP. Plus 2 years free maintenance and a 100,000-mile warranty. It's a spring cleaning closeout sale happening now at the #1 volume Chevy dealer. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet.
Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Catholic College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800. Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Kaplan College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800.
Kaplan College does not guarantee employment or career advancement. Information about programs at www.kaplancollege.com/consumer-info.
All right, Jamadric Magruder coming up to the plate for Grand Prairie. Lemurs up 10-3. Sam Martin staying on the hill for the Lemurs, so if he can get through this inning, it'll be his 3rd inning of work for the Lemurs. As of right now, Sam Martin's going to be in line for the victory here in the ball game. Here's the pitch. That one is low for a ball. So I went next door to try to get some changes from the official scorekeeper, and he told me number 8 went in for Victor Diaz, and I don't see a number 8 on the roster. So I'm a little confused. So as the batters come up, we'll keep an eye on them and let you know who's who. Here's a high fly ball out to Richardson. And Devontre ranging back, reaches over his head and makes the catch. About 5 feet in front of the warning track. Magruder gave it a pretty good ride, but there's 1 out. And here's Hayden Jennings coming up to the plate. I believe that's Hayden Jennings. Yep, indeed, Hayden Jennings. So now that they've made all these moves, I'm second guessing all that stuff. Gotta check jersey numbers. But I don't have an 8 on the roster for Grand Prairie, so if a number 8 comes up, then I'm really gonna be confused. And at the plate right now is number 14, Hayden Jennings, and he looks at a strike. No balls and 1 strike. The delivery swung on and popped up. That may be playable. Luke Bailey going to go over by the Lemurs dugout. So is the third baseman, and it's going to fall to the ground. Taylor and Bailey collide together, and they both give each other the business, and they'll each head back to their positions. It's just a lack of communication there, and that could possibly be an error. We'll have to wait and see here if they give that an error. Haven't seen one go up on the board yet. That can happen, a foul ball. Touched by a player can be called an error. Here's the pitch. Swung on and that's fouled back. Gets up into the sweet level and misses a gentleman looking at his cell phone by about 5 feet. Almost gotcha. So you're watching now. I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in to the broadcast. The Lemurs are going to be at home tomorrow night, the 0-2. Swung on and hit well into right center field. Devontae Richardson on the run. He'll reach out. Will he catch that? He did catch the ball. Wow. He reached out at the very last moment before he ran onto the warning track and caught the ball. Made 2 nice catches here this inning, has Devontae. Takes away what could have been a double from Hayden Jennings. So yes, I was going to say, we're back home tomorrow, so we're not going to be on the YouTube. Actually, we'll be on the YouTube and on the other broadcaster, the American Association Baseball.tv. So we'll be there as well. So we'll be on both tomorrow. You choose which one you want to watch. As the first pitch to Chris Elder misses outside. So we'll have both broadcasts running. The reason we do the YouTube is we'd like to record the games first of all, and that allows us to record the games. Here's the 1-0. That one misses outside, and the league wants us to be able to do the 3-camera show when we get home, so that's why they have us on their broadcast. 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and a line drive into center field. Richardson's going to dive for it. Did he catch that as well? Amazing. He did make the catch. He dove, slid, and came up with the ball. He's going to have some rug rash, but man, it is worth it for that play. Just an amazing catch there by Devontae Richardson, and he takes care of all the outs here in the inning, and all of them really good catches. That's going to do it for Grand Prairie. Devontae Richardson, a one-man show today. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. The chicken is hot and fresh. It's got melted Monterey Jack cheese topped with lettuce, tomato, bacon, and then the honey mustard adds a nice sweet flavor to it.
All the flavors come together just perfect. I mean, not only do I want to eat it, but I keep wanting to look at it.
The crunchiness of the bacon adds a really nice texture.
Honey mustard and chicken just go together. Sweet and savory, it's a perfect mix.
Try the new Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. Only at Whataburger for a limited time.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Crowd at the bar making you sweat?
Uh-huh.
Could you use some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in epic nights, maximum refreshment, great times, awesome memories, high fives, smiles, Rocky Mountain refreshment, Blue Mountain refreshment, quadruple epic refreshment, killer parties, and totally refreshed killer parties. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Well, just like the doctor ordered, here comes Devontae Richardson up to the plate. Made 3 spectacular plays in the outfield. And now he gets to swing the bat. Matty Ott now on the mound for Grand Prairie, by the way. Ott with an 0-1 record and a 10.12 ERA. And the first pitch to Richardson misses inside. Richardson today 2 for 4. A single in the first, a double in the second. And he's been doing very well for the Lemurs. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Low and inside. Now, Devontae Richardson was playing in the Brewers organization, was actually scheduled to play with the Biloxi Shuckers in Double-A in the Southern League to start off the season, and then got released. The 1-1 pitch swung on, and that's fouled away. But he wouldn't be playing in Biloxi at all, at least it seems like it, because Biloxi's going to be traveling. Their stadium is being built, and the team's been playing all road games, and I believe they've also might have played some games at their old facility in Huntsville, Alabama. Here's the 1-2, and that one's in the dirt, a slider. But I was just reading up on a website called Ballpark Digest, and I saw this news that the Biloxi Shuckers will lose potentially another 25 home games and have the opening of the MGL ballpark moved back to August 6th. That's going to leave them a month to play at their own yard. A swing and a miss by Devontae, and he goes down swinging. So a strikeout here in the top of the 8th. 10-3 Lemurs One down. Kevin Taylor, the batter. So they've already lost all the home games this season, and now they're in more danger of losing them up to August 6th. Apparently, the construction team said that we need $380,000 to finish this ballpark by June 6th, and the mayor's decided not to give them the money. Here's the pitch. That one's low. So unfortunately for the Shuckers, the ball players themselves that play Double-A baseball for the Milwaukee Brewers, looks like they're going to be out on the road a lot more. 1 ball and no strikes. The delivery. That one is high for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. The Shuckers have been working under the assumption that the ballpark would be ready for a temporary certificate of occupancy next week. But Yates Construction informed the city leaders that an additional $380,000 would be needed to make sure that happens. Here's the 2-0. That's called a strike on the inside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. So Biloxi officials balked at the additional payment, leaving the team to play additional games on the road before an opening. Wow. That is a long road trip. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Nope, pitcher's going to step off the back of the rubber, so Matty Ott's going to start all over again and get a new sign. Lemurs up 10-3. Here comes the 2-1 delivery. Swung on and a soft line drive into right field. That is going to fall fair. Hunting it down over there's the right fielder, the unknown right fielder. We still do not have word on who that is. See if I can see his back when he walks back. It is, I think it's Etherly. Josh Etherly would be my guess. I can't see how far away. He's pretty far, but just by looking at him, it looks like Josh Etherly. So a double. No, excuse me, a single. Kevin Taylor stopped at first base. Okay, he's on with a single. I thought he was going to get a double out of that. I put it in my head as soon as I saw the ball go down to the ground. That's a double. Here's the pitch to Bell, and he is scattered off the plate a little bit. So get this, the city is on the hook to pay Young and the other Shuckers owners $10,000 per missed game. Young is one of the owners for the Biloxi Shuckers. So for every missed game, the city is paying the Shuckers $10,000. So with all those mixed games, I mean, I don't know if you can do the math, but $380,000, I don't think it's going to add up to that much. Still a lot of missed games. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and a line drive into left field. That's going to fall for a hit. So back-to-back base hits for the Lemurs after Devontae Richardson strikes out. So 1 down and runners at first and second base. Well, the Lemurs had their ballpark wasn't 100% complete when they opened up, but they did get their certificate to go ahead and put people in there, and they said it was safe to go ahead and have people come into the ballpark. There was still a little construction, mostly on the suite level. Most of the stuff downstairs was finished. And we opened up, I believe it was May 15th of 2012 at Uni-Trade Stadium. Might have been May 17th, one of those days. May 17th or May 15th. I know it was an odd day. And it wasn't just an odd day, it was an odd-numbered day. Here's Matt Paget. Lemurs won that game, by the way, against Grand Prairie, this team right here. The pitch, swing and a miss. So I've been through what they're going through at the MGM ballpark, trying to get that last-minute certificate to get a team in there. I mean, we didn't have to go through what they're going through. With the long delay, the Lemurs played their first scheduled home game. But it's just unfortunate that they can't get into that ballpark. A high fly ball off the bat of Pageant. The center fielder calling for it. Jennings is underneath it. He'll make the catch, tagging and going to third base is Taylor, and moving up to second is Abel Nieves. So both guys tag and decide to move up. And Pageant's out on the long fly ball to center. So in that situation there, the runner at first base, Abel Nieves, will be watching Kevin Taylor at second to see if he tries to tag and move up. If he tags and moves up, then it's up to Abel to decide if he's got enough time to get to second base. And he decided, I have enough time to get to second base, so he took it. Lemurs up 10-3. Here's Dennis Phipps. Phipps having a nice day. He's 3 for 4 on the day. A double back in the first. And 2 singles since then. He has scored 2 runs and has 2 RBIs. So runners at second and third and 2 outs. The pitch. That one is a slider, misses away. A check swing. They'll check down with the first base umpire. He says, nah, he didn't go around. I don't think so. So you got to feel bad not only for the players of the Biloxi Shuckers because they're out on the road for so long, but also here's the pitch to Phipps. That one misses outside. But also the fans. I mean, there's people that have, I'm sure, got in line and bought season tickets for this ball club to watch them play baseball. And they cannot go out to the ballpark. So they're basically going to miss almost a whole summer. The 2-0. That one misses inside. I mean, at this point, with the Biloxi Shuckers not being able to play there until August 6th, they might as well just call off the whole season and go back to Huntsville because I believe they can play in Huntsville. I believe they have kept that option open. They have a lease there still or something. I've read something like that in the past. 3 balls and no strikes to Phipps. Can't blame them for walking Phipps here if they do. The delivery slider, oh, and that's called a strike. Okay. Well, that's the 3-0 pitch strike. That was low and a little bit outside, but the umpire says, let's give you another pitch here. Well, it just takes another pitch out of this guy's arm if he wants to walk him. That's a slider. That hits the outside corner. Okay, well, maybe he says, let's go after him now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Lemurs have bullpen action. B.J. Hyatt warming up. So looking at the schedule for the Biloxi Shuckers. The 3-2 pitch swung on, and that's fouled off. They played in Pensacola, Mobile. They've played versus Jacksonville somewhere, and I'm guessing they might have had some games in Huntsville. They have them with a home schedule of some sort. The 3-2, swung and a miss, a slider. And Dennis Phipps goes down swinging. Now he's talking to the home plate umpire. That 3-0 pitch was not a strike, and maybe that's what Phipps is talking about right now. Ends up striking out on a slider away. So the Lemurs down 10-3. Yep, Phipps having a few words. Not happy about the call. Can't blame him. That was a ball that was low and away. Now Pete Incavie is going to come out of the dugout, and the new pitcher is going to come on. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and update you on the other side. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Texas Inflatable Rentals has Laredo's largest water slides. We're proud to say that we serve the greater Laredo area and supply slip sliding fun for kids of all ages. Texas Inflatable Rentals has a huge selection of inflatables for every budget. And to add to the party, we rent tables, chairs, snow cone machines, popcorn machines, and cotton candy machines that will help take your party to the next level. We also have moonwalks and bounce houses. Contact Texas Inflatable Rentals at 956-436-3909 or at texasinflatablerentals.com and book with the coupon code LEMURS for a 10% discount. That's Texas Inflatable Rentals, Laredo's largest water slide.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
This summer, Allegiant will increase to 4 weekly flights to Las Vegas, Nevada. If gambling in Vegas isn't your thing, Allegiant is also increasing to 2 weekly flights to Orlando. Enjoy the Disney theme parks, Legoland, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, and the Kennedy Space Center. Flying comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials. Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit Hot Dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito Hamburger and Cabrito Hot Dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1990. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Hitting up, shortstop, Robbie Estrada.
All right, Robbie Estrada, Zane Chavez, and a mystery man coming up. Well, they do have a number 8 there. I think it might be wrong on this roster. I think that's Josh Etherly. So there is an 8 in the dugout. And I'm going to put it down as Josh Etherly. So Robbie Estrada, BJ Hyatt now on the mound for the Lemurs, and the first pitch is low and inside. Looking around and seeing where all the Lemurs are, who's out there. I think everyone's the same except for BJ Hyatt. Taylor at third, Forney at short, Abel Nieves at second, Pageant at first, Phipps is out in right, Richardson in center, and Wiley in left. Yep, Bailey behind the plate. Everyone's the same for the Lemurs. As that next pitch goes over the plate for a strike. So Robbie Estrada looking at a 1-1 count with BJ Hyatt on the mound. He has pitched in 2 games so far against Laredo, has not faced Grand Prairie yet. This is the first time seeing them. And Hyatt will kick and throw, and that one is high for a ball. So for Hyatt, no wins, no losses, a 0 ERA, pitching in 2 games, has thrown in 2 innings, and has given up 3 hits. Gave up those 3 hits in his first appearance back on opening day against Amarillo. 2 balls and 1 strike. The delivery swung on and a fly ball into center field. Richardson moving back. He's got this one under control. It's going to be an easier catch than the last 3 in the last half inning. But he has put away the last 4 outs now for the Laredo Lemurs. All 3 of the balls in the 7th inning found him, and all of them were really nice catches. The last one, the supreme one, a long diving catch into right center field. So Richardson showing off his mitt, showing off at the plate. Doing a nice job. Here's Zane Chavez. Actually, excuse me, Trevor Hardin, the batter, and Trevor Hardin will swing and foul it off. So Hardin came in for Chavez earlier in the ball game. He's been behind the plate now, but this is for his first plate appearance. No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. One misses inside. There's actually fans down by the AirHogs dugout asking for autographs. I don't think they know that they can't give autographs during the game, or at least I don't think they're supposed to. 1 ball and 1 strike. That's a rule in Major League Baseball anyway. Here's the 1-1 swung and fouled away. I would imagine that would be a rule here. I have never heard it stated as a rule in the American Association, but I could imagine it would be a rule, and I'm sure the coaches wouldn't want the guys handing out autographs before they're at bats and while they're in the dugout. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch, that one is low for a ball. 1 down in the inning. Robbie Estrada flew out to center field. Of course, the players, and especially with kids involved, there's kids all over the dugout trying to get autographs. The players want to oblige, but I don't think they're allowed to. And you can see some of the players talking to him and kind of explaining the situation. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The kick and the throw home, and that's a check swing by Hardin. They'll check down with the first base umpire. He says he did not go around. So another pitch coming up to Hardin. Now it's a full count. And slowly but surely, the kid's starting to clear out of here. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Whoa, high and tight to Hardin. That's ball 4. And here comes Josh Etherly.
Right fielder, Josh Etherly.
10-3 Lemurs. Well, BJ Hyatt was drafted by the Houston Astros in the 4th round back in 2009. Drafted at a University of South Carolina. He spent a short time with the Astros rookie ball affiliate in Greenville, Tennessee, before getting released after undergoing labrum surgery. He throws a fastball here and hits the top of the strike zone for Josh Etherly. His injury affected his performance and continued to linger through the following spring. So Hyatt did not play professional baseball again until 2013. That's when he suited up for the San Angelo Colts. No balls and 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at first, the pitch. No one outside. Hyatt will throw a fastball, slider, and a splitter. That last pitch was a slider.
While with the Colts, Hyatt was 3-1 with a 4.37 ERA in 13 games. In 2014, he was with the Frontier League. He spent some time with the Southern Illinois Miners as Etherly swings here and grounds one foul up the third baseline. He's also with the Frontier Grays. That's a traveling team. Put up an 0-1 record and a 5.40 ERA in 17 appearances between the two teams last year. So the Lemurs giving him a shot here. Let's see what he can do for the Laredo Lemurs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out. Lemurs looking for a double play. Ball 1 in the bottom of the 8th inning. 10-3 Laredo. Here's the pitch. Slider there. That one is called strike 3. 2 down. Seeing a lot of sliders here today. A lot of guys that can throw the slider well.
Right fielder, Frazier Hall.
Here comes Frazier Hall. Frazier Hall, a single back in the 2nd, walked in the 4th, and struck out in the 6th inning. 10-3 Lemurs. Hyatt will deal, and that is high for a ball. A lot of the guys here with the Laredo Lemurs have had some sort of arm surgery or another. Labrum surgery for BJ Hyatt. The guy behind the plate, Luke Bailey. Tommy John surgery. You don't hear catchers having that too often. The 1-0. Misses outside. Mark Haynes has had 2 Tommy John surgeries. All kinds of guys down here trying to regain their career, get back in action after having some surgeries. It's amazing what Tommy John surgery does for guys, just gets them right back out there after, that they take some time off, of course. The 2-0 misses outside. I talked to Mark Haynes yesterday, and he says he thinks he might get activated as soon as this weekend. Not 100% sure, but that's what he told me, and I think, he's being optimistic, and hopefully we do see him that soon. Mark Haynes is a very positive person. He's been with the Lemurs since 2012, started with the Lemurs back then, and is the lone holdover from the 2012 team. Has pitched with the baseball club every season since. The 3-0 pitch. And that one's on the outside corner for a strike. And Mark's a delight to have just around. I mean, even if he's not playing, he's fun to have around. The guy's a character. He's a lot of fun. Just one of those good old country boys like to have on your side. 3 balls and 1 strike. The pitch swung on and popped up high in the sky. Up the left field line, the third baseman going out. Now Forney's calling for it. Forney in fair territory makes the catch as he glides into foul territory. That'll be the 3rd and final out here. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left, a walk to Trevor Hardin. We're going to head to the top of the 9th. Lemurs coming to the plate. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball, 10-3 Laredo. Looking to travel this summer? If the year-round flights to Las Vegas aren't fit for you, take advantage of Allegiant's direct flights from Laredo International Airport to Orlando. For as low as $119 round trip, you and your family can be in Orlando in 2.5 hours. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials.
Getting hungry? Popeyes always hits the spot. Make sure to stop by any Popeyes location to try out Popeyes' new Smoky Garlic Chili Chicken Dinner. It includes 4 smoky garlic chicken tenderloins served with Popeyes' new garlic herb dipping sauce, your choice of a signature side, and a buttermilk biscuit for just $4.99. Promotion starts Monday, May 25th.
Laredo Lemurs Baseball is on the air, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Didn't mean to play the game open there. My bad. All right, 10-3 Laredo. Tony Delmonico will be the batter. Delmonico having a nice day, 2 hits today, and he's driven in a couple of runs, actually 3 runs altogether. Now, the catcher, Trevor Hardin, talking to the new pitcher, Tyrell Harris, making sure they have their signs down, I guess. What Tyrell Harris throws. Lemurs up by 7 runs, coming to the plate here in the top of the 9th inning, so one more inning of defense for the Lemurs is going to try to lock down this ball game. And Luis Poyorena starts to warm up in the Lemurs bullpen. Here's the pitch by Harris, and that one spiked in the dirt. Falls a little bit short of the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. So Tyrell Harris, in his second year with Grand Prairie, he has no record in a 6.23 ERA over 3 games. Has 1 save and and has thrown in 4.1 innings. Here's the pitch, swung on, and a high pop-up. That's going to get out of play. Harris has struck out 6, has walked 3, and has given up 5 hits. He's pitched 3 times against Winnipeg. And that's it. This is the first appearance against the Lemurs. Started last season with the Bridgeport Bluefish in the Atlantic League, and then joined the AirHogs last June. Did Tyrell Harris. Here's the 1-1. And a curveball misses inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Harris was drafted by the Atlanta Braves in the 19th round back in 2009 out of the University of Tennessee. Moved up through the Braves organization, reaching AA Mississippi in his 2nd season. And the 2-1 delivery. Swung on and a foul ball over by the Grand Prairie AirHogs dugout. He was traded in August of 2010 to the Cubs in a move that sent first baseman Derek Lee to the Atlanta Braves, so he was part of that deal. And the rest of 2010, he spent at AA Tennessee, which is a Cubs affiliate. Here's the 2-2. Called strike 3. So Delmonico goes down looking, and there's 1 out. And the next batter is going to be Byron Wiley. Well, Wiley 0 for 3 today, but with a walk. And that walk, he scored a run. 10-3 Lemurs. In 2012 for Tyrell Harris, he moved from high A ball to AA ball and all the way up to AAA ball, finishing the last 3 months of the season with the AAA Iowa Cubs. So we've seen some AAA action. Now Wiley's going to call timeout. Harris taking his time up there on the mound, and Wiley wants to reset himself. Here's the pitch. And that's a changeup in there for a strike. In 2013, Harris appeared in 10 games for the independent Bridgeport Bluefish in the Atlantic League. And like I said, he started 2014 there. Here comes the 0-1 delivery. That one's way outside, very high, very outside. Catcher Trevor Hardin can't come up with it. In 2014, Tyrell Harris split time between those 2 clubs. His career stats with the Iowa Cubs, he pitched in 9 games, made 5 starts, and threw in 34 innings. The 1-1 pitch swung on and a ground ball over to the right side, diving for it, the second baseman McGruder, but it's by him, and Wiley has his first base hit since opening day. Over 16 at bats for Wiley, and he gets a single here. So hopefully that'll get Wiley going. A little sigh of relief for Byron Wiley, such a good guy. Love to see him do well. And here comes Luke Bailey to the plate. Bailey 1 for 4. Tyler Forney is on deck. Let's see if Wiley, well, he won't be stealing a bag up 7. I was going to say, let's see if he tries to steal another one. As the first pitch, a curveball misses high. Tyrell Harris played for 3 different colleges. Went to the University of Pacific as a freshman, then he went to Sacramento City College, and then Tennessee for his final 2 years. The 1-0 swung on and fouled back. So currently makes his home in Knoxville, Tennessee. But those 2 colleges that I mentioned, University of Pacific, that's in Stockton, and of course Sac City College is in Sacramento. 1 ball and 1 strike. Stockton, south of Sacramento. The 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. That's a changeup. So Bailey out in front of the changeup. He's looking at a 1-2 count. Well, Luis Poyorena is done warming up. He's over there watching the baseball game on the mound. 10-3 Lemurs. We are in the top of the 9th inning, so the Lemurs have this one under control as of right now. Harris delivers, and that's a slider swung on and missed, strike 3. So Harris throwing a nasty changeup and a nasty slider. He's gotten 2 guys to strike out, but he has given up a base hit. Here comes Tyler Forney. Forney on the day 0 for 3. I was going to say 0 for 4, but he does have a sac fly to his credit, so make it 0 for 3. The pitch, swinging a ground ball up to the third baseman. Burns has it. A long throw over to first. It's dug out. And is it held onto? Yes, a little bit of a bobble there, but held onto by the first baseman, Hall. That's going to do it for the Lemurs. We're going to head to the bottom of the 9th. The Lemurs are going to try to hold tight here. They're up 10-7. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, well, you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
All right, Luis Poyorena into pitch now for the Laredo Lemurs. Lemurs up 10-3. And we're in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here's Ryan Gaspora. He'll be followed by Matt Burns and then Jamadric McGruder. So Lemurs trying to get 1 game out of this 3-game set. Lost the first 2 games of the series and the pitch. Now it's on the inside corner for a strike. So Poyorena, the left-handed side armor. I don't see too many lefty side armors. And the 0-1 swung on and he went around. Makes it no balls and 2 strikes to Ryan Gaspora. So between innings, they called for the last school to leave. The bus said, "We got to go." So over the big PA speakers, as the next pitch misses low and away, they said, "The last 2 schools," and they mentioned the 2 schools. I didn't catch their names. "You must head out to the bus. They are leaving." The 1-2 pitch. is low for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Gaspora. Luis Poyorena has made 3 appearances for the Lemurs so far this year, making his 4th here today. And the pitch. That's a little low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Poyorena, no wins, no losses, no ERA over those 3 games. Has pitched in 2/3 of an inning, 2 2/3 of an inning, excuse me. And has struck out 4, has walked 3, and has given up a hit. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. A little low. So ball 4 to Ryan Gaspora. And Matt Burns will be the next batter. Lemurs up by 7.
Third baseman, Matt Burns.
So Poyorena was drafted by the Rangers in the 23rd round back in 2013 at Mississippi State University. He was a big standout there at Mississippi State. Spent 2 seasons with the Rangers organization and put up a 2-4 record and a 2.65 ERA in 34 games of relief. Next pitch hits the outside, or the first pitch, excuse me, to Matt Burns. Hits the outside corner. And the delivery. That one hits the outside corner as well. No balls and 2 strikes now to Matt Burns. Matt Pageant playing behind the runner at first base, Gaspora. No need to hold him on. Lemurs are up by 7. Here's the kick and the throw home, and that one is called strike 3. So Matt Burns thought at least the last 2 pitches were outside, but he gets rung up by the home plate umpire. And Jamadric McGruder coming up to the plate.
Second baseman,
So 1 down, and Jamadric McGruder will take his chances. A lefty-lefty matchup here. The pitch. That one hits the inside part of the plate for a strike, and a lot of shoulder slumping going on with the AirHogs right now. So McGruder's going to step out of the batter's box. They don't have the rule here in the American Association where you have to stay in the box between pitches. The 0-1 swung on and a ground ball foul up the first baseline. No balls and 2 strikes. They don't have the safety sliding rule that they have now in the big leagues either at home plate. Well, I guess it's more of the catcher can't block the plate rule. It's not a safety sliding rule. It's more of the catcher cannot block the plate rule. The 0-2 misses low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So they don't have that rule in the American Association. You can actually bang into the catcher all you want here. Take your chances. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung, and that's fouled away. One of my first years broadcasting baseball, I was in Shreveport, Louisiana with the San Angelo Colts. And one of the players from the Shreveport club was just coming off the disabled list. And all I heard, I actually heard about it, I didn't see it. Here's the 1-2, swung on, and a fly ball hitting the right field. Phipps stands his ground. Now he'll move over to his right a little bit, reach up and make the catch. So 2 down. So I was asked the guy why he was on the disabled list, and he told me, he said, I actually ran into the catcher, tried to bowl over the catcher, but the catcher kept his mask on, and the runner's face hit the catcher's mask, and he broke almost every bone in his face, and I was like, oh my gosh. So he was out for months with that injury and was making his way back in late August. 2 down, runner at first. The pitch swung on, lifted into center field, right at Devontre Richardson, and he'll make the catch, and the Lemurs have won the ball game. 10-3 is your final. The Lemurs win this one, and they'll head home with a happy bus. They're now 3-4 on the season and win this one 10-3. 10 runs, 16 hits, no errors. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the AirHogs. We'll come back with a shortened version of the post-game show. We got to get on the bus and get on home. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Thanks for joining us for Laredo Lemurs Baseball, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade 40, Whataburger of Alice. The Laredo Lemurs post-game show is coming your way next.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today. Hey fans, every Monday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is Margarita Monday. Come on out to the ballpark and cool off with an ice-cold margarita for only $2. But please do not drink them too fast. You might get a brain freeze. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS. Check us out at LaredoLemurs.com.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more families achieve the American dream of home ownership than Armadillo. In fact, Armadillo Homes has built more homes than all other builders combined. And there are reasons for this: integrity, responsibility, service, and of course, quality. So if you're thinking about making the greatest investment in your life, think of the one builder who's dedicated its entire life to helping the Laredo family. Think Armadillo Homes. ArmadilloHomes.com. Go Lemurs.
We all know we can accomplish more when we're ready. That's why I've chosen Texas A&M International University. I want a 4-year degree and the opportunities that it brings. TAMU has welcomed me and more than 7,000 students from around the world. TAMU empowers me to greatness, ignites my mind, and propels me to my future and my impact. Imagine the possibilities when you're powered by TAMU.
Register now for summer and fall. Visit tamu.edu and get powered.
Since Extending Technologies opened for business in 1998, they have worked to establish solid relationships with their clients. They are set to maintain the highest standards of service and integrity and to perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Extending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
Now it's time for the Laredo Lemurs post-game show. Laredo Lemurs baseball is brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashton's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade 40, Whataburger of Alice. Now here's Bill Harrington with Laredo Lemurs post-game show.
All right, Lemurs fans, thanks for sticking around for the Laredo Lemurs post-game show. Bill Harrington coming to you live from the ballpark at Grand Prairie as we get ready to wrap up this broadcast. Lemurs got on the board early and often in this ball game, and Devontae Richardson, who's been hot for the Lemurs, comes out hot again and picks up a hit to start things off. That was followed up by Kevin Taylor base hit. And then Abel Nieves comes on. He gets a single and loads up the bases for the Lemurs. Matt Pageant, during Matt Pageant's at bat, a wild pitch, and that brought the first run of the ball game home. And then Pageant hits a sac fly, drives in Kevin Taylor to score a run. So it's 2-0 Lemurs right then and there. Dennis Phipps then comes up to the plate. He gets a double, and he drives home Abel Nieves from second base. And Tony Delmonico then got a base hit, and he brought home Dennis Phipps from second base. So the Lemurs put up 4 runs there in the first inning, and we'd see the Grand Prairie AirHogs not grab anything. In fact, Matt Lucen started the game for the Lemurs on the mound, and he'd retire the side in order to get things going there in the bottom of the first inning. And then we go to the top of the second. The Lemurs would put up 2 more runs, and we'd see with 1 out, Devontae Richardson would grab his second hit of the game. He'd get a double. And then Kevin Taylor would follow up with a double, driving home Richardson, making it 5-0 Lemurs. And then coming up after that would be Abel Nieves. He would ground out 5-3, and that would move the runner up
to third base, and then a walk to Matt Pageant would put runners at the corners for the Laredo Lemurs, and then Dennis Phipps would come up to the plate and he would drive in Kevin Taylor. So the Lemurs would have another run there, and it'd be 6-0 Laredo. And then in the second inning, the AirHogs would get a couple of runs. They would actually strike against Matt Lucen, and that's when Matt threw most of his pitches. Victor Diaz started it off with a double in the bottom of the second inning for the AirHogs, and then Frazier Hall singled. Then a walk to Ryan Gaspar to load the bases, and then Matt Burns walked, and that brought in a run. So a back-to-back walk situation and one with the bases loaded, and Matt Burns brought in Victor Diaz. And then the next batter, Jamadric Magruder, would fly out to left field, but it wouldn't be deep enough for Frazier Hall to try to score. But the next batter, Hayden Jennings, would hit a sac fly, and that would bring in Frazier Hall to score the run. So that'd be 2 runs for the AirHogs as we go to the third inning. And Byron Wiley really stood out here. He walked to start off the third inning, stole second, then stole third base, and was later brought home by Tyler Forney on a sac fly to center field. So Byron Wiley gets an ovation there, doing it all by himself, and reminded me a little bit of watching Ricky Henderson when I was a young man. Always fun to remember Ricky Henderson and the way he played baseball. So in the bottom of the third, Matt Lucen would rebound after giving up 2 runs in the second inning, and he'd retire the side in order for the AirHogs, and we'd go to the fourth inning, and the Lemurs would get 2 more runs. With 2 down, Matt Pageant would single, and then Dennis Phipps would single to put runners at first and second. A wild pitch would send them both up to the next base. So Pageant would go to third, Phipps would go to second, and then Tony Delmonico would double, and that bring both of those runners home. So the Lemurs at that point would be up 9-2 after the Lemurs scored those runs. And then the Lemurs would put up another run in the 5th inning with Luke Bailey reaching on a single, and he'd later on be brought home by a ground out by Devontae Richardson. So that was the 10 runs that the Lemurs put up, and then in the bottom of the 6th, the Grand Prairie AirHogs saw Zane Chavez get a triple, and he would later be brought home on a sac fly by Victor Diaz. So that's how the AirHogs scored their 3 runs, and that's how the Lemurs scored all 10 of them. The last couple of innings were pretty quiet for both clubs, 7, 8, and 9. No one scored, and the Lemurs hadn't scored since the 6th, and the Grand Prairie AirHogs didn't score since the 6th inning, since the 7th inning. So pretty quiet there at the end. Nice pitching for both clubs at the very end of the ball game. So Matt Lucen got the start. He did not get a decision in the ball game for the Lemurs. He pitched in 4 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. He walked 4 and struck out a batter. Sam Martin gets the win today for Laredo. He pitched in 3 innings, came in relief for the Lemurs to start the 5th, and gave up 2 hits, only 1 run, no walks, and struck out 2. The losing pitcher, Jason Jennings, he was the starter for Grand Prairie. He pitched in 4 innings, gave up 9 hits, 11 runs, all earned. Ouch. And he walked 2 batters and struck out 2 today. So a quick look around the league and see what's going on tonight in the American Association. We'll update you with that, and then we'll get on out of here. Got to pack up and hit the bus. So the Gary South Show Railcats will play at Lincoln tonight. St. Paul is visiting Amarillo. St. Paul is going to be coming into Laredo tomorrow, and we'll play them at 7:30 at Uni-Trade Stadium. The Winnipeg Goldeyes will face off against Wichita tonight, and Sioux City is in Kansas City to take on the T-Bones. Quebec, they're playing Sioux Falls, the Canaries. Yep, that's right. So that's everything on schedule for tonight. Everything starting, let's see, Lincoln starts at 6:30. Everything else, it looks like, is at 7:05 this evening in the American Association. So let's see if they have an attendance figure for us today. The game was played in 3 hours even, and they do not have an attendance figure for me on the box score. So big hitters today for the Lemurs. Kevin Taylor went 3 for 5. Abel Nieves 3 for 5. Dennis Phipps 3 for 5. And Tony Delmonico 2 for 5. And Devontae Richardson went 2 for 5. But man, he made some great plays out in center field today. In 1 inning, 7th inning, he was the defense for the Lemurs. He made a great catch against Magruder going towards the center field wall, and he caught it over his head. Hayden Jennings, he went the other way towards right center field and made a nice catch in the gap. And then Chris Elder, he took a base hit away from Chris Elder for sure. Devontae Richardson dove for the baseball, and at the very last moment, he made the catch and really took away a base hit from Elder. It was a beautiful play. So he has been showing off lately and doing great in all aspects of the game. So that's it for today's broadcast. We'll be back on the air tomorrow night at 7:15. We'll have a pregame interview for you. Cameron Songer will be back on the broadcast with us. He'll be following us during the home games here this season. And we'll have all kinds of stuff. So we'll try to do some replays of today's game and maybe talk to manager Pete and Cavilla before the ball game as well. We'll try to get all that on the air for you tomorrow before we broadcast the game. So 7:15 for the pregame, 7:30 for the first pitch. Join us tomorrow night. Should be a lot of fun. St. Paul's a good baseball team. They're going to be in town, and the Laredo Lemurs will have their work cut out for them for sure. So it should be a lot of fun to watch that game. Going to be very, very competitive. Thanks for joining us here tonight. The Lemurs win today by a final score of 10-3.
Thanks for joining us for Laredo Lemurs Baseball, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. Join us next time for all your Laredo Lemurs action.